everybody. Welcome to the episode of the Wiley Show. Listen, now, I do take some breaks. Give me a second. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Give me a second because we live. Give me a second. Okay. We do take some breaks over here. So people be in my DM and be emailing me, Wiley, go live. Every once in a while, it is a good thing to take a break because you come back refreshed. It's hard to go live every single day about celebrity gossip because sometimes the celebrity gossip tea be real low. So when it's low, it's important to take a break. Now, while I was taking my break, people was emailing me stuff about Jaguar Wright. Now, listen, I am so tired of talking about Jaguar Wright. Somebody kept sending me a live of a group that she had, the WCW group. I couldn't get through it. So if y'all watched it, y'all can educate me on it. Because I'm just so done from Jaguar Wright. Like when I watched the documentary, I think that was like a nail in the coffin. She's going to have to do something else. Maybe she's going to get arrested for kidnapping again. Maybe her, something just she got to do. Maybe she need to cuss her mom out again. Maybe she need to show up to Messina House again to make that story interesting. I am all out of Jaguar Wright content. Like I don't know much to say about Jaguar because I said enough. You know what I'm saying? Right now you have different bloggers beef with other bloggers because Jaguar Wright they want to get the interview, but then one blogger that's getting all the content with Jaguar Wright, she cussing everybody out. And I'm like, and I'm like, listen, so sometimes, and let me say this in this. Sometimes when you be so anti Tasha K, because what's going on out here, it's a blogger that's been so anti Tasha K, and then she was supposed to get the Jaguar Wright interview. Beautiful black woman. But another blogger got in Jaguar Wright ear. Now they beefing. But at first they were supposed to be anti Tasha K. Now you see that the blogger is in Jaguar Wright ear. You couldn't get that exclusive with Jaguar Wright. Baby, it's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of politics and all that. Jaguar understand the power that she goes on different platforms. She get pleasure that she can build platforms, but she won't come over here at the Wiley Show. But that's fine. We ain't going to be begging and pleading to be all these type of folks. We're not going to be begging and pleading to get these people on our platform. Listen, you come, you don't. We still going to be able to entertain people, regardless if you come on the show or don't come on the show. So I don't get obsessed and I don't get mad, but because I understand people play favoritism. They go here, they go there. We all understand and we get it, child. But I understand and I get it, and I see a lot of stuff that was going on. So it's okay. It's fine and dandy. I'm with the winning team with Tasha K, and we're gonna get into that. Okay. All right. Come on now. Wait till me and Tasha K actually link up and do a show together. Then the internet would be. I'm actually planning. I ain't gonna say the date, but I'm definitely planning to go to Georgia to link up with her. And I think once I link up with her and we do a video, then it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a different vibe. I'm on there with the queen of talk. The queen. You're on there with somebody. And you know what? Let me say this really quickly. It's a lot of people can't stand me because Tasha can't come over here and show us love. And let me tell you, I don't care if you can't stand me because I know what Tasha K and her husband have done for this platform. So you can keep that hate. Because if you really rock with Wiley Show, you will still be here for Wiley. No, so you can say what you want to say about the Kiwis. The Kiwis have treated me very well. And I could literally go all the way out and tell you the goodness of what they have done for us. So you can say what you want to say about them, but I don't have that energy. I don't. And it's something else I want to say before we get into our topics, okay? We open it up. Stop pinging me in Clubhouse Unlocked. Stop sending me requests to come on there. I'm not going. Stop sending me, pinging me in those rooms. Stop doing it. I just told somebody that every time they go live, they just ping. Stop pinging me. I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there at all. Why would I go somewhere where I'm not welcome? So don't ping me in those rooms. Okay? So I'm like, these people just be ping, Wiley. Why y'all ping me in there? Because y'all want to see somebody argue. Y'all want to see something, and I'm in there, then somebody say something left, and then I'm just going to be cussing out, just going all the way left, and, dragging it and saying what all I want to say, but don't ping me. You know what I'm saying? And so they just be pinging me in there just to go. I'm not going in there. No, I'm not going in there, because I know me. If you say something to me anywhere left, I'm going off. I don't care if Tiffany Haddish in there. I don't care if who else up in there. I don't care whoever up in there. I'm going all the way off. Okay. But people just be pinging me. I'm like, Jason, why are you pinging me in this group? I'm not coming. So don't ping me. Okay, I got my little sources. They tell me what's going on. But don't be pinging me up in there. I'm not coming. So you can say something out of the woodwork and all that. Because I'm not the type of person. You're not going to beat up on people that I'm associated with. And I'm going to be quiet. Like, I'll be quiet one day, but then that day I'll be ready. Let's go. I'm ready to box. Let's go. Like, what's up? So don't be pinging me in those rooms. Like, they just be pinging because y'all want to start some mess. No, I'm not about to embarrass myself in front of Tiffany Haddish, Amber Rose. I'm not about to embarrass myself because I can say a lot about that panel. And I keep my comments, a little bit to myself. But if you keep pinging me, one day I might pull up. You don't want me to pull up, and you bring me on that stage, because I'm gonna just go out there and just start dragging. Okay, all right. So don't pay me. I don't go. I don't even cover it. I'm trying to be peaceful and stuff like that. Tasha K words, it's not my words. Let me break that down. Okay. This is a classic Wiley show, so y'all just bear with me. So Tasha K, Lord. So she wrote a tweet, and I didn't even save the tweet, but I know it's a messy producer got the tweet. So she pretty much called Jason Lee out and said that you deal with young boys, that you pay for young boys. I purposely did not go on the internet to make any statements. People were saying, Wiley, what do you think about this? What is she saying? And I politely said, no comment. Because at that time, I need to process my thoughts on how I'm handling the situation. Now, Jason do say some things, and it was one time he went live, and he said, well, I bought this guy a new PS4, a new Dominican. But I think everybody that Jason Lee deals with is of age. I believe all of them is consenting adults. I don't know what Tasha K have. They both say stuff back and forth to each other. But apparently, Tasha K was like, you deal with your... I'm like, child, I ain't got nothing to do with that. And let me say this. I don't know Jason Lee personally. Me and him never hang out for no cocktails. We never hang out in anything like that. So I have to be very cautious on how I handle this situation. I'm going to just say, I think everybody he deals with is of age, right? Is consenting adults. That's what I believe. Okay. But, Tasha said what Tasha K said what Tasha K said. And people were asking me, Wiley, what do you have to say about it? I ain't about to make no public statement because don't put me in it. I just sit on the sidelines and I'm just watching like everybody else. But people were like in my DMs, and I didn't even save that tweet. I would like to read what she wrote, because she posts and delete. Tasha, you gotta screenshot it and post and delete. Oh, hey. She posted and delete stuff. So she pretty much put that out there. And I'm like, I believe that anybody that Jason Lee deals with, he's up there of age. I've never heard any... Oh, okay, that water had a top on. I never heard any rumors of him dealing with anybody underage. I never heard of that. And this is the thing too. Why do people think people in the community deal with people underage? And that'd be like one of the roasts and one of the gags that people typically use when somebody part of the community. They always say, oh, you dealing with somebody underage, or you like young boys. They always do this stuff. Now, if I was petty, I could just go ahead and start a series. part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. No type of evidence. Just do what everybody else do about me. Just start a whole series. But I'm not that way. I'm a good Christian guy. And what I do on my platform, I have to process it and all of that. Now, do I think that Jason Lee should change some of his wording of it? Yes. You have to make sure you change some of your words or what you say. And he even said that on Clubhouse. You have to change, because sometimes when you say, boy, I was over this boy house. Sometimes you just say I was over this man house, because people will assume like you over somebody underage. So sometimes he have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to just change your wording up. I don't believe he dealt with anybody underage. He's not that crazy. I think he would be that foolish. Put his career at risk dealing with people underage. I don't believe that. But you just change up your language, okay? That's why I tend not to even talk about my personal life like that. And if I do, you know, I do it in a comedic way, because people be watching. Because like right now, people are watching. You know, they watching. They already got a whole series about Wiley. Like this. But if I was petty, I could start a series about a whole lot of folks between drug rings, cocaine rings, PCP. I heard some rumors down through years, but I don't do it. I don't do it, but I could. And best believe, listen to me clearly, my series will be very, very more entertaining than your series, okay? My series, baby, will be very entertaining. It ain't gonna put people to sleep. I'm gonna be to the point, and every week they'll be coming, if I want to be petty, because I heard some things too down through the years. I could be petty, but I ain't gonna be petty. If we want to do some series to a series, let me start my series, okay? But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just sit here, drink my monster drink, mind my business. But if you keep poking, just keep poking at me. And once I attack, then you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, Wiley, why is he doing this? Why is he traveling? Why is he doing all this stuff? I'm just saying, like, y'all better leave Wiley alone, because I just be just as quiet, mind my own business. Let me start up there, start repeating stuff that what I heard. Okay. Don't you get started. You'll have people, okay? I'm just sitting here, just mad about all business. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just doing my regular commentary. All right. And put it all on Patreon. Put that series on Patreon and go at it. And it's gonna be, people gonna be entertained. But nevertheless, we are here, and I want to say welcome to the Wiley Show, okay? And I say that humbly, you know, that's another time too. Sometimes you do need a break, because people be trying you. And I got a phone call from somebody. They was like, Wiley, I'm cool with you. You my guy. You know, you what's up. And I'm like, I'm cool with you too. Like, that stuff don't get to me. If I come to your platform and show you love, you know what I'm saying? I show you love all day. You know what I'm saying? I show you love. This is why I'm very cautious on bringing Two Man and a Lady back, because I don't want people to get dragged, putting other people's names and dragging other people because you're trying to get to me, because I can take it. You know what I'm saying? I can personally take it, but I don't want nobody else getting dragged, because when you come on this platform, everybody, all eyeballs and ears on you. So I got to be very cautious on who I bring on my platform, because everybody be watching. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be watching. Like now, I rarely have people on my platform that you really see me sit by. You got to be very, very cautious on who you have on your platform, because hundreds, if not thousands of people are watching, and you got to be strong when you're on the Wiley Show, because these people, you got to be strong when you're on this platform. You cannot be weak. Your connection, internet connection, got to be strong, and you as a person got to be strong when you're on this platform, because you cannot be weak. Because if you weak, baby, they gonna sip you up like a biscuit. Like, you got to be strong when you on here. And some people is not even strong taking phone calls, because when you take a phone call, you just got to be just me and you talking. But in them comments, it's like the Showtime at the Apollo. They definitely be in there. They saying what they got to say about you, and you just got to have that thick skin, because they talk about me. But I don't lash out, and they know me. So, but when you get on here, they be like talking about you. And some people, they get so mad and they'll try to call in again. Then they'll call in again. Like, this show is so different. It's a different. We attract, different callers, because at first nobody will call into the Wiley Show because they was afraid that other places will block them. But then people's like, listen, I gotta call into his show. His show is entertaining, and guess what? I can call into his show for free. I don't have to pay. So that's, people, they like that they can call in, and they can call in for free. And then how to do that. So let's get into our topics. Now, I have opened up and all that good stuff. Okay. Let's get into Cardi B. Okay, let me see if I can bring that video up. And I'm going to have a message. I will have her picture up, but excuse me, I'm not prepared. So y'all just going to listen to my commentary today. Usually I have like their picture up. Okay, let me put her picture up. Give me a second, you guys. Give me a second. I think I have a picture. Do I have a picture of her in here, of her husband? Do I? Come on, I thought I had a picture of them both. No, I did. What did I do with it? Hold on, let me keep what I was doing, because it was going good. Let me see if I can find a picture of Cardi B. Give me a second. Okay, okay. Give me a second, you guys, because I thought I had a picture of her, because I started something really, really good. And I want to keep that up, because people like to scroll through and they are pausing whatever picture put up. So, hey y'all. So let me make sure. Let me okay, this is what I like. This, she's beautiful. She's so beautiful. All right, let me see if I can pull this up. Give me a second, you guys. Let me see. Give me a second, because I did not down. See, that's the thing. Is this it right here? Oh no, that's K Michelle. That is not no Cardi B. Give me a second, you guys. Oh, what did I do with it? Let me do this. Let me do this. I saved it. It is not even on here. Okay, give me a second. What is going on? What is going on? See, this is what I do not like. Okay. Oh gosh, it's not letting me do it. It is not letting me do it. Y'all bear with me. I should have did. Okay, I'm gonna have to say screw that, because it's not letting me do it. Let me just play the video of her actually. Okay, let's go to the shade room really quickly, because now she have made up with Angie from the shade room. Okay, give me a second. Let me see, where is that at? Where is that video? Because I was just watching it earlier today, preparing for this show. All right, here we go. Let's screen share this. Share right here. Okay.
Block each other. All right, so we've been having each other blocked for such a long time that we cannot.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, guys, so I have a problem. So me and Angie from the Shade Room, right? We've been talking already for a couple of weeks and everything. But the thing is, right, we can now block each other. All right, so we've been having each other blocked for such a long time that we cannot even unblock each other. We can unblock each other from the shade. Like, I can unblock the Shade Room and the Shade Room can unblock me. Like, it's like, what the we do? Like, I don't know what we could do to do and do it. I don't know. Okay, guys.
All right. So apparently her and, Angie, that's the owner and founder of the Shade Room. Cardi is back. Cool. But it was somebody that literally lost their job. Their mental health was damaged. and that was Kyle, the founder and creator of the Neighborhood Talk. He was the one that lost so much out of it because he didn't have the big millions, the big followers, the big platforms. He lost a lot. And he lost it because that woman right there with the hat on lied on him. Literally lied on him, saying that he was running a hate page and wasn't running a hate page. Instead of the Shade Room protecting him, they fired the man. They fired Kyle. They never apologized and say, hey, Kyle, we were wrong, bro. They fired him. And, you know, his mental health, it hurt him a lot. Like, he was going through depression. He was going through a lot. And he's still going through a lot now because of that. Because of what Cardi B was talking about him, and you really understand the power of some of these platforms. Cardi B have a massive platform, but she got up there and lied and said this man was running this hate page, was deleting her comments, just putting out these rumors about Kyle that was not true at all. It was all false. And this man had to literally get the boot and have to build his own platform up and have to deal with that stigma, or you got fired from the Shade Room, or you were running this hate page for this hate page of Cardi B and all of this. And he never got a public apology. Never got a public apology, a statement and say, hey, even though him and Cardi, I think they resolved the issues privately, but I'm like this, you damaged my reputation publicly. Ain't no private nothing. Let's hop on the live and you apologize to me publicly because you damaged me publicly. You didn't damage me privately. You didn't damage me offline. You went online and you damaged my reputation. So she should do everything right and say, hey, Kyle, I apologize for putting this lie out, saying that you controlled this hate page. You didn't. Saying that you did all this. And, I apologize. And she should easily do that publicly, in my humble opinion, because of the power and the influence, the same way you give energy for that. And the owner of the Shade will say, hey, Carl, we publicly want to apologize. You didn't do this. We didn't mean to let you go. They let this man go off a lie. Off a lie. The lady, the Cardi lied on this man. And that man lost his job. And, it is really sad because it hurt him. And when you lose something in the business like that, that's just like you working for a big, like a New York Times or something. If you working for something and somebody just blatantly just lie on you and the New York Times just fire you, it makes you look, it gets under your skin. Right. So I'm definitely praying for Kyle and praying that his platform quadruples in size. It's a lot of things that's happening behind the scenes. It didn't even want to make me tear up. It's like he have to fight so many battles just to make ends meet on his platform. So my prayer is that his platform be verified, and that his platform get 10, 20, 80, 100 million people to follow it. Because he does amazing work. He's an amazing writer, amazing guy, a sweet guy. He ain't mean. He's not nasty at all. He's just a great guy. And it just so happened that this woman with power and influence lied on him, and his boss lady threw him under the bus. And he was out there to fend for himself. So even though I don't think ever see that happening, now you're cool with the Shade Room, but can you come out and say, hey, me and Kyle was good. That's my bro. I was wrong. Make sure y'all follow Neighborhood Talk. Do a sit down interview with Kyle on the Neighborhood Talk. And no one told me to say this. I'm just saying this on my own. Okay. No one paid me to say this. This is not an endorsement, a paid endorsement. This is just me speaking from the heart. Okay, to do that. And that's just how I personally feel about the matter. Because yet you cool with Angie, but can you have that same support for Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk? Because you damage that man mentally because she used that bully pulpit. People don't understand. These celebrities have power and they have millions of people viewing them. And if your business on the internet, you have to deal with all those trolls. People don't understand. You just can't get on your platform and just blatantly allow somebody. And then when you want to, oh, okay, we cool now offline. But you didn't damage me offline. You damaged me publicly. So it means a lot to come out and say, hey, bro, I apologize. And I'm going to do this publicly. You know what I'm saying? It's like you sit there and you just damage this young man's career and no public apology. That's what it's the oh, let's act like this don't exist. No, it happened. And sometimes you have to remind these people, hey, that was wrong, in my humble opinion. Cardi is happy she did damage to him. That was very evil. Very, very evil. This man was lied. Oh, you're deleting my comments. Oh, Kyle, you're running this group and over there and all and he got all that hate when Nikki opened that door up for him to work with her on, ask her questions on, the shade, on her show Queen Radio. That opened up a lot. Kyle got a lot of attacks because of that. And it came from powerful people like Cardi, she amplified that. And I do believe she was a little pressed that she did not have have a radio show. And, Nikki had her radio show and she was taking a lot of that stuff out on Kyle. That's just how I personally feel about it. No one told me to say these things. I'm just saying it on my own because I have a heart. Right? So press 1 if you think Cardi should publicly apologize to Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk. Press 1. Press 2, no. I want to see what my audience got to say about this. Press 1 that Cardi B should apologize to Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk. Press 2, no. Let's just see what we're doing right here. Look at all these ones. Look at all these ones. So my audience, y'all got a heart. Y'all got a heart, okay? She should pay his lost wages. Yes. Y'all got a heart, okay? No, I'm not leaving Cardi B no voice, though. I am not doing that. I'm just saying it on my platform and stuff. And I got to be very careful how I say it because, y'all be screen recording and stuff. So we got a lot of ones up in here, okay? Yes, we got a lot of ones. She ain't about to send her people out to me. All right, we gonna leave her where is that? Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be Hollywood. Okay, I don't want to mess up the bag. I don't want to mess up the bag. No, I'm not leaving her no voice note. I'm not leaving her no voice note. I just said what I had to say about Cardi. Okay, I'm not leaving her no voice. No. We gonna leave that right there where it is. If I start a voice note, then she up there talking about you said Wiley after me delete my comments. And okay. No. Y'all ain't about to get me in no mess. Okay, Carly. I am not about to get no little nasty lawsuit and no process service come to my door. I'm trying to be Hollywood. I want to get the interviews and stuff with the superstars. Okay. I want to be on the red carpet so they can know what I'm wearing. So I'm not, no, because when I get on these red carpets, I can't be leaving these people voice notes and they want to pull up with their crew. And I ain't got no crew yet. I don't think I got the old church ladies, that view my show, unless I get some of my old church ladies to come with me in my crew. We ain't got no crew yet. No, we ain't got no crew. I ain't got that type of security. Then I go to the red carpet and then I'm getting confronted with her crew. I ain't got time to be her husband. Also, you bad bougie. You took him my way, Cordy, bad bougie. Who left bad bougie? You can't understand the word he talking about. I don't want to get involved with none of that stuff. Okay, okay. And I don't want it to be like Total when Total showed up to the radio station. They showed up to my place. Yeah, while you were saying that, and I don't have to run like Charlamagne the God. No, okay. I'm not gonna leave her voice note. I'm gonna leave it alone. All right. Now, some of y'all messy tails is already in the DMs and sending her messages. Y'all, that's what y'all do. She know of us. She know of us. She know of the Wiley Show. And I said what I said. And if we was in the same room, I would say it with love. I'd be like, Sister Cardi, you were wrong, my dear sister. You were wrong. I won't be in there kissing her butt. You know what I'm saying? I tell her right there in her face. You were wrong, sister. You were wrong. My dear sister Cardi B, sister B, you were wrong. Oh, yes, sister. You got to apologize publicly, sister. Okay? No, I'm not. I'm not about to leave her no voice note. Y'all can go on with all that because y'all already sending her this to her DMs. I know how the Barty gang. I know how y'all operate. We got some Barty gang people up in here right there. I'll tell her right there, Sister Cardi, you wrong, my dear. You wrong. Somebody say I'll leave my voice note for you, Wally. Right. See, y'all try to keep me in the ghetto. I'm trying to make it in Hollywood. And every time I try to make it in Hollywood, y'all want to keep me down in the ghetto. No, I'm not about to do that. Sister, listen, Sister B, I said what I said, okay? All right, okay. All right, Exilia Banks. Let's get into the second topic. She said this. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. Exilia Banks said Megan Thee Stallion needs to get over her situation with Tory Lanez. It should be able to use the Protect Black Women card. She used Breonna Taylor death as a prop. She said AOC almost she said if I have to suck up and get over it, wallow in a pile of compounding trauma, so the AOC and Meg. If I don't get to use the race card or the Protect and Believe Women card, neither do that. So Exilia Banks is letting Megan Thee Stallion have it. She says she shouldn't be. She's using it as a as a prop. And she don't care nothing about no Breonna Taylor. She using it as a prop and stuff like that. And I just can't wait till that case is over with. That's something else I'm tired of talking about too. Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion and her ankle and her foot. I'm so tired of talking about that. It was so many conspiracy theories concerning that, y'all. I'm over. I don't know who to believe. Because at first, it started off with just this person did it, that person did it. She wasn't really hitting it. It was no tendance hit. And all of this. And then he released the album. Then she dropped something. Then she started cussing. That is one topic. I can't wait till the judge give or the jury come out and give a verdict, because I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. That is one thing that I wish it can go away. Now, Tory Lanez was playing Erica Banks' song on Instagram Live. So he was showing love to Erica Banks. And I'm here for all the love that Erica Banks is getting. My only thing is with Erica Banks, she don't have any big breasts. And it's nothing, I mean, she can have small breasts, it's okay. But to compare to all the female rappers, they got big breasts. So it's just a matter of time before she get a boob job. You know what I'm saying? Because she ain't got no big breasts. And I think that is something, or she don't have no big butt like that. So I'm just wondering, I'm like, when will she get the big breasts? Because eventually it will happen, because compared to everybody else, she ain't got the big, she got the little raises. She ain't got the she ain't got the big breasts. It is about the look, because everybody else got the big breasts, and I just think, she need it. It's just my personal opinion. I'm like, when is she gonna get this boob job? You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's something that's holding her back. She don't have the big breasts. You know what I'm saying? Is I'm the only one that noticed that? Is I'm the only one that noticed that she don't have the big breasts? Is I'm the only one that noticed that? Okay, I'm just the big boobies. She don't have the big boobies. Is I'm the only one that noticed that? I'm sorry. Is I'm the only one that noticed that? Okay, that's the only thing when she talk about butts, and I'm like, child, she ain't got nothing to really butts. It's little small little raisins. It ain't really that big up there. I'm just saying. Did anybody else notice that? I'm just saying, did anybody else notice that? She don't have the big. Oh, just me. So I'm the only one that noticed that. Oh, please. Now, when she get that big breast job, then y'all gonna be like, Wiley was on to something. I just think that is kind of holding her back. She don't have the big breasts. That is just in my humble opinion. The same with the city girl. They don't have that. Just in my humble opinion. Okay. All right. Why does she have to be? It got, I'm just saying. All right. I just gave my personal opinion about it. I know the phone line is going to be heating up. I just said what I had to say, and that's going to be that. Okay. I said she'd eat the big breast. Let's go to this next topic. Y'all know we were having the conversation with the woman in Harlem that was attacked by these black men. This black one was attacked. One of the guys that attacked her was arrested. So I'm super excited that he was arrested. I can't wait till the rest of them be arrested, because you should not put your hands on a black woman. You should, if a black woman tell you no, they tell you no. Every black woman don't want you paying for their drinks. Black women got their own, and obviously y'all, they just wanted to hit and was mad because she said, no, I got my own money. I'm gonna pay for my own wine. So she wrote this beautiful statement. It's on the Shade Room. I think it was on the Neighborhood Talk. She wrote a beautiful statement. And pretty much what she said, she didn't deserve this. All she wanted as a hard day working, just wanted a bottle of wine. A bottle of wine. And here we go. Here we go, being nasty, and followed her outside, took her iPhone, jumped on her. All because she said, hey, I don't want you to pay for my bottle of wine. I got my own money. And those guys should have just left. Now those guys going to probably spend a good stint up in jail, getting a record for just putting your hands on this woman, and you could have just mind your own business and be like, okay, well, you don't want me to pay for it. That's cool. Boom. But you went and put your hands on, then you bite her and try. I was like, disgusting. And I'm so glad one of the person, and it's just a matter of time before the rest of those men get caught, and they're gonna have a hard time in jail once they get up in there. Okay. All right. And that's what I have to say about that. Okay. Now, something been going on with the stock market, with the stocks. So something is going on with GameStop. And I'm like, what's going on with GameStop stock? So I don't know if y'all heard about it in the media. So I went on GameStop stock, and that stock is worth, let me go to it really quickly. That stock, I was checking Robinhood, and we're going to get into Robinhood. Give me a second. I was on let me go to GameStop. Where is it at? How much that stock is worth? That stock, okay, now it's down like to 93, but it was up to a lot of money. I wish I would have got me some GameStop. It dropped, but I wish I would have got me some GameStop stock when I thought about it. Because somebody in my chat said, why to get some GameStop stock? This was months before this happened. Get you a couple of GameStop stock. And I said, no, GameStop stock, it ain't hitting on nothing. I don't think there's no growth in GameStop stock. If I would have purchased some stock, I could have sold that and quadrupled my return. But I didn't do it. But some stock I did get, okay. Oh, child, they're gonna be trying to count my pockets, sure. Some stocks that I did get the Ford Motor stock, WWE stock. I did get the Moderna stock. I should have got more of that Moderna stock, because that Moderna stock, when I first got it, I only got 2 shares. I should have got like 20 shares of that. I wish I had the money to get it like when it was real low and stuff like that. So like my returns, like now it's up to over 1,000. Like I'm just looking like my returns it's doing pretty good in the stock market. And so, but with GameStop, some of the people, they was like getting like the GameStop stock and they was like getting it, and they drove the prices up, and a lot of hedge funds like lost money, and I didn't know what that meant. And I'm like, man, okay, all right. But someone told me to get some GameStop stock, and I said I don't see the growth in GameStop stock, so I never gotten it. Right. And I'm not a heavy investor, but the investments that I do have, I got that when I was working. I would buy a stock here, buy a stock there, buy a stock there. I'm going to get back into when I'm back working, I'm going to get back into the stock market and getting more stocks. I sit on my stock, but for that GameStop, if I would have got when it drove, I would have sold a lot of those stocks and would have made a great piece of money, because it was a kid, his mom bought him some stock and he sold and got like thousands of dollars return on each of those stocks that he sold. He got a big profit on those stocks. But it was like a big thing on the media talking about it and everything like that. But so if anybody wants to sign up with Robinhood, because that's what I have, I'm going to give you my link. You want to get a free stock, you can sign up with them. Give me a second. I'm gonna drop the link down there because I'm on Robinhood and I like Robinhood. It's easy. I'm on Robinhood. I'm on Acorns. There's a lot of other things, and I have a good, I'm growing my portfolio and stuff like that. So I never sold any of my stock. I never sold any of my stock. I don't know how to do that yet, like to trade and stuff like that. So I never trade any of my stock. I just been sitting on it for that, and I've got to see which of the stocks to get and what other part to get. But yeah, some people say they're gonna let it go, but I got Acorns, and it's another other ways I got Acorns, Robinhood. I think I got Stash, and it's another one I got for it. And I think even for a Cash App, you can actually buy stocks on Cash App as well. But if you want to sign up my Robinhood, you can. Okay. It's convenient, but better go to the broker life today. It's very convenient. It's very, very convenient. I'm surprised by GameStop situation. GameStop gives me someone that is good with stock conversation is SK. Yes, okay. And there's other people that I do follow that's good with the conversation for the stocks. I'll be watching a lot of different programmers that be talking about the different stocks and different things like that. Because it was somebody that told me to get the Hearst stock. Did I say that right? The rental, I think that's Hearst. Because I got like 10 shares of that. Give me a second. I got 10 shares of that. I got 4 shares of Apple. Moderna, I only got 2 shares. And with some other shares I got with another brokerage thing I had. But yeah, I started to invest like maybe like 2 years ago. Yeah, both of us. Then the Hearst, but I got it. It was low, and I was like, okay. And I just got the stock. It ain't really. I ain't really see no growth. I ain't really see no growth on my Hearst stock. So I just got it. It was low. Okay. Okay, and you got to do your research on the stock market. Do your research on it, you guys. I'm not an expert in stocks. If I hear, oh, wow, you should get this Moderna, then I go and get a Moderna, and that's what I did. But it was somebody said, get some GameStop stock. And I didn't do it. If I would have did that, I would have traded all of it and I'd have been sitting on some cash right now. But I didn't do it. But whoever that producer that told me to get that GameStop stock, if you in the bushes, hit me up. Okay? We got some people here with some good cat. You got some people that know about investments, especially if you coming from Club Chat. Hey, Leo. Mm-hmm. If you coming from Club Chat for this. But let me say this too, okay? I just want people, I don't want to say this. All right, I'm learning about options as we speak. Okay, okay. I was looking at, Tasha K is doing. I'm gonna get into some B sector stuff later. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I want people to understand that Tasha K is going to interview. Doing another series. It's concerning the guy that was R. Kelly's spokesman. Gail King friend, R. Kelly crisis manager, doc, doc a documentary she's doing. And I said Tasha K is an incredible superstar, okay? Incredible superstar. And she's doing incredible work, and I'm here for it. And I'm hearing, Tasha, you're doing a great job. I can't wait to hear about this documentary. And the guy that you interview is good looking. Okay, good looking. One of them guys up in there is a good looking guy, baby. He went to go get him a haircut and to spray his lining for that interview. But it was really, really good. Okay. Yes, I'm just saying. I can't wait to hear the whole series. Now I want to know: do we have to pay? She probably gonna drop it on Patreon first, and I'm definitely going to keep my Patreon another month. But the production is definitely great. I'm here for it, Tasha. Congratulations! I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Oh, guys, while we get it, and I'm just giving y'all what's going on. Okay, I'm excited for it. Okay, but let me say this. Another thing I get in my DM. Wiley, what about the show and the show about investors and stuff? People, you have to be, I'm going to say this. When you have a person that say, hey, I'm a part of a show, I'm no longer a part of a show, you have to understand where the information is coming from. You guys are getting information from people that is no longer a part of a show. This is for people that's in the B sector and all of this. And I'm hearing different stuff, and people names are being dragged up. I was seeing Leo name being dragged up, different ones. I said, whatever they want to give their money to, or whoever they want to give their money to, last time I checked, that's their money. And I met those women. I met Leo, and I met what's the other one? I met her in person. I met both of them Black, and they're very, very educated. And I believe that those women are not stupid. Don't nobody manipulate. Those are strong Black women. They know what they want to do with their money, right? But I'm hearing people name, and I don't give my statement on a lot of stuff. I just let a lot of stuff roll. But I'm like, why do people just do all this type of stuff? And this is why I tell people, don't talk about something, because these people, when I get offered to do anything, I say, okay, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Then when people that don't do it no more, they criticize the project. Y'all did this and y'all did. I'm like, why are y'all criticizing the project and just say, hey, I have my grievances with this. Let's handle this privately. But I would never do business with half these folks that want to criticize something public, and they don't know who they criticize and got to connect. They just be criticizing. Some of these folks just criticizing. And I don't think that's the right way to go. Why? And most of these people, I said, why don't you handle your grievances? And I had to call. So I said, why don't you handle this behind the scenes? Why are you on your platform criticizing some things and don't put me in it? I ain't got nothing to do whatever how you feel. But when you sign up for something, you sign up for something. But then it got into y'all this, and y'all should leave. Don't be telling me what I should and should not do, because I'm grown. Okay? I'm grown. And don't you tell me what I should and should not do. Okay? Because regardless of what you feel about whatever, I thank God for meeting the people that I've met. Okay? And I thank God for that. But the issue that I have with some of these people, they just get on a platform and they just be cussing and they be dragging. And I'm like, why is they doing this? What is the problem? Why don't you communicate it with the people, the people that's in charge. But why are you criticizing and this? And I say this humbly, I don't talk about a lot of things because you can't really talk about a lot of things. But one thing I will say is I've had an incredible experience. I didn't have no negative experience. People want to get my no negative thoughts. And if anything that I have, I don't think the public should know because this is a door opener for the future of doors. And so if you handle this particular situation the wrong way, what if this person worked with another project? What if this person worked with another project and be like, I don't want to deal with Wiley? Because you see, the last time Wiley handled that situation, he was just dragging everybody. He's difficult to work with. And once you get that label in Hollywood, it's hard for you to get work. So whatever I have, I'll be like, okay, there's some stuff that's private. Let's handle this. Let's handle it privately. Let's handle it privately because you don't want to be known like he's difficult. You want to talk about things and all that because people are watching. You never know who else is watching you. And they'll probably want to do a project with you and let it air the next week or the next month or 3 months from now. But they be like, this person will be cussing me out if things don't go their way. They might drag me on YouTube, So you got to be you have to look at it long term. And most people say, Wiley gonna be out here doing all, and Wiley ain't did nothing. Because that's the thing. You cannot be talking about what Wiley gonna do and just make assumptions. Baby, Wiley handle things professional. I'm a professional, baby. Just because I get on this platform with a snotty nose, when you're talking about real business with a B, I know how to handle real business. But some of these folks, I was shocked. I'm like, good God, they don't know nothing about no business. It's just some stuff. Maybe they don't know anything about how business operate. Maybe they not experienced this. But what in the world is they doing? And some of these folks, they just think I'm like, that don't how you handle business. Because you don't know who that person know. It was something I learned when I worked in healthcare. Somebody told me something many, many years ago. They said, Wiley, just like how you move from job to job to job, the DON move from job to job to job, the administrator, they move from place to place to place. So if you got a bad rep with this DON this administrator, when your name is being brought up, you won't get that job. They're gonna be like, I remember him working at this shady past nursing home, and he was difficult to work with. So he ain't working in this building. So you got to be very cautious on how you treat people. Everything is not deserving for you to be cussing folks out. Okay? Everything is not deserving for you to be dragging stuff out. Okay? Everything is not deserving of that. Listen, everything is not deserving of that. Right? But I just have to just tell y'all that, some of these people's names is being brought up. I'm like, Leo is a beautiful woman. Why they got Leo's name dragged up in here? What's the other lady name? I met her in person. She's nice. Why they got these beautiful women name up, just got their name dragged up in this stuff? I'm here for it. I be watching the beef sector stuff. I do. I watch it, and some comments I make, I see some entrepreneurs up in there. You know what I'm saying? I like I think the Phi Babe. When I look at Phi Babe, she got her eyelashes. I think they got a hair business. I won't wear the hair, I won't wear the eyelash because I don't wear hair. But if you want to wear the hair, D Rams, beautiful lady, you go ahead and wear the hair. You know what I'm saying? Good eyelashes. I think they got a good hair business. I wish she would get back to the news because let me tell you something. When I was watching the B sector, I would watch Phi Babe because she would break the news down. I had to watch no 3 Hour Live. She would go live. Let me tell you, let me give you an example. She would go live. Give me an example. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Do I have it right here? Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. She would go live, hey, and she would have her notebook. All right, girl. She would have her notebook. This would be the B sector. If you don't know nothing about it, she would go live, hey, and she would go live, and she would go live, hey. Okay, and she would go live. She would have her notebook, and hey, come on, and she would have her notebook, hey. Okay, girl. Okay, Velvet girl. And she would have her notebook, hey. And she would have her coffee, okay. And she would have her coffee. Oh, okay. Okay. So she would get up early and she would break down the news. And she would tell you what's going on in there. So now she's an entrepreneur now. She's selling wigs and eyelashes and eyebrows and all type of stuff. So I'm happy for that. But I missed it when she was breaking down the news. And she would tell you who beefing with who's sleeping with who's doing what with who. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know. And I can keep up with what's going on. Now I gotta see who breaking the news in the beef sector. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that much in it because most people that was beefing, they tapping out. They're not really doing it no more. I don't really think it's what we was. You know, it's back in the day. They back in the day it was it was something back in the day. Y'all know. They said they're not selling eyebrows. She's selling eyebrows. You know, the eyelashes, not the eyebrows. She's selling eyelashes. Did I say eyebrows? Let's open the phone lines. I'm so sorry. She's selling eyelashes. But I remember when she would go live. I love me some my baby. I don't care what nobody say. I love her. The eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? It's not the eyebrows. She's selling eyelashes. She's not selling eyebrows. She's selling eyelashes. I didn't know. You know, I don't know all that type of good stuff that she doing and all that. Okay, the phone lines is open, but I do watch what's going on over there. I do go over there and watch. Now, I don't buy the eyelashes or anything like that because I don't wear eyelashes or wigs. You know, if I was doing my Quita, I might be one of the models over there. So I don't know if any of y'all have, the eyelashes or stuff like that. Y'all let me know how it is because I personally don't know. I don't rock this stuff. But if we have somebody in there that rocked her eyelashes and the wigs and stuff, let it be that way. Okay. Let's go to the phone lines. All right. Okay. Look at that. Y'all wasn't ready for today. All right. We live. All right. Let's see. We got 3 callers. 6396 caller, you're there.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. You could repeat that. 6396. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now. Go ahead, sister.
Hey, I just wanted to speak on that Cardi B and Kyle situation.
Yes, speak on it.
Okay, I really feel like Cardi right now she getting so much hate and people just hating on her. But what Cardi did was ushering that realness. because she was just raw with hers when she first came out. Like, that's New York for you. People from New York are real raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? So when she first came out, she had that raw energy. She had that panache. She had that good energy. You know what I'm saying? And then once she got to a higher level, I feel like people started judging her more so than, you know what I'm saying, accepting her for who she is. You know what I mean? They started judging her and stepping on her neck. And when it came to that Kyle situation, yeah, she did Kyle dirty, but now you can tell, like, she is kind of like feeling the wrath of everything. Like, even when she got choked up in her live the other day, like, you know what I'm saying? She's feeling it. So it's like karma coming back to her. But I honestly feel like, yeah, Cardi, you should definitely come forward and apologize to that man. What's the harm in humbling yourself and apologizing? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm just saying do it public because you damage his reputation publicly. You know what I mean? It didn't happen behind the scenes. It happened. She was on the live. Oh, this dude saying what she was saying. And that damaged him. He lost his job. That's damaging when you get all these trolls to come out there.
Absolutely.
It really does something to you. So I hope, and the reason why I think she made up with the Shade Room, let's be clear, she got a project she gonna drop, and she understands the power. Mm-hmm. She understands the power of the Shade Room, and she see that they're promoting.
The Shade Room is like it's a big conglomerate right now.
And
like
absolutely,
everybody tuning into the Shade Room.
Absolutely, and she knows she needs that promo because they got Erica Banks, because what it does, since we can't promote Cardi, we promote the Ericas, the Dream Dolls, the other women, you know, mm-hmm. that's coming up. They gave a lot of press to a lot of them, because once they couldn't post Cardi, they started posting these other up-and-coming rappers.
They sure did. But the Shade Room is shady, though. We got to give it up to them. They are shady in their ways, and they out to get a coin, too. Most of these people, like Jesus said,
if they not shady, you wouldn't watch it.
Dog world.
Even,
you know what I'm saying?
Even the neighborhood talk is shady. You know, sometimes they have some shady ways on the neighborhood talk. You know what I'm saying? Because when they was giving out, you know, oh gosh, how can I word this? When they was out there saying the blogs that they like, they did not name my radio. And that can sometimes come off as shade. Because, you know, Mari is one of the top.
Shade. You know they don't want to give Millie her flowers because she just too raw.
And I wasn't even blocked from my radio. I went in the comments yesterday, and it was really good. I love Millie, and I was shocked that she didn't have me blocked. I was so happy to be over there because that's my family. Yeah. You know, I'm the relative that, you know, sometimes you invite me to the cookout, sometimes you don't. But yeah, thank you, Carla, for calling in.
Thank you, Wiley. I love your show. I'm so glad I caught a live today.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you called it as well. Thank you.
Okay.
All right now. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. God bless you. Bye.
All right, bye. Yes. Okay. 8018, Carly on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey, good morning.
I wanted to talk about Erica Banks and a little bit of the beef sector. I'm not going to give it that much. First, I don't believe that Erica Banks needs to alter her body. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you look at a lot of these IG models, you look at a lot of the rappers that do that, they have to, you got to remember something. They're going to get old. They're going to get older. It's going to settle a certain way because she would have to have fat. She doesn't have a big butt. No, she doesn't. She doesn't have big boobs. No, she doesn't, but she's still young. So why start altering and messing with your body? You know, then once you do that, you're going to have people talking about you. You know, you're going to feel good about it, but then can she deal with, oh, well, you shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that to yourself. I think that she looked good. I think that once she gets the right team, as far as makeup, the clothing, that right there, once she gets the right team, because she's still fresh, she's still new, but she needs to step that part of it up. You know, you need to get someone to dress you that is really good at it, because she is so small. You know, a lot of things that they make now where you can have, where you need butt to wear, she doesn't have all that. So just give her a chance before we start hollering, get surgery. I know that's your thing about the boobs. you want big boobs. Not you, but you want her to have big boobs. You know, just give her a chance. Secondly, the beef sector real quick. I remember you telling us a long time ago, especially the mods, you know, you go where you want. You know, if you like this person, I'm not telling you that you have to just watch me. And the way your mods work, you really didn't even have to tell us because we're mature enough to know that. I do believe that a lot of stuff that goes on in the beef sector is childish and stupid. I think that it's mainly women and gay men that are sitting up, going back and forth with each other. Oh, I mean, over the dumbest stuff, doxing. I do believe a lot of that. As far as Phi Babe is concerned, I like the Phi Babe that, like you said, that early in the morning Phi Babe that used to get up before the sunrise. I think that's Central Standard Time in Chicago, and the sun would be rising, and we would be in a chat, you know, looking at the sun, everybody drinking coffee, commenting, and you know, and then she would get into, before she took Leah to school, she would get into some of the news, and then after she got back, she would discuss the rest of the news and then go to work. I think that's the Phi that we miss. I think sometimes when people don't have something such as money, you know, and it's not to disrespect anybody, but when you don't have it, you know, and then when you get it, you've arrived. But just remember one thing, when you get it, you can lose it. If you don't do right, you can always lose it, you know, and then you got to hit the bottom, hit the pavement, and start all the way back over again. As far as Leo is concerned, I love Leo. I think that Leo has a genuine spirit. It takes a lot to get her mad and discuss mess. She literally did a discussion on single mothers, you know, and she said single mothers don't need your, I think it was don't need your sympathy, something to that point. But she talks about things that are actually going on. And on her IG page, she makes beautiful, these marble strawberries, you know. Her and Sean bought you. I've been telling you forever, get on stereo, get on stereo. Her and Sean bought you on stereo. They were like, come on, Wiley, come and make some money. But they weren't thinking about just themselves. They were thinking about you. And they were, besides your mom, the only two to tell you to do that. So that says something. There's enough money out here for all of us. You know, it's enough commentary out for all of us. This beef sector news, it is late. They're still discussing VS. Now, when you still discussing VS, that's a problem. That was a fun time when VS was there, but VS is not here anymore. Let her get herself together. But I just think that go where you want to go, support who you want, but it starts to get stale and old when you see these same, you talking about, oh, I'm talking about women in their 60s up here roasting, you know, unnecessary stuff. I don't understand that. It's so much out here, you know. If you got a craft, get on here, you know, and talk about it. Make some money. We sitting up here in other people's chats making money for them. Make some money for yourself. Sippa Mocha is another one. She was with Avatar Nation. I know you don't know her, but she branched off because she wasn't with the mess. And now Sippa Mocha discusses celebrity news. And I'm glad to see her in the chat. You know, think for yourselves. You know, don't let these comment creators think for you. It's cool to go over there and kiki and ha-ha every so often. But when you in their chats all the time, you know, think about it. Wait a minute. I ain't making no money for myself. I'm making all the money for them. That's all I had to say, Wiley. Love you, Wiley.
I love you too. Okay. We're going to the next caller. And let me say this clearly. Oh gosh, call back in. Call out and hung up on somebody. My bad. I'll get you back on if you call back in. Should have did that. Let's go to the next caller. 8997. Caller, you on the air. I done hung up on somebody. 8997, you live on the air.
Good morning, Wiley.
Good
How are
morning.
you
I'm
this
doing
morning,
good.
darling?
Good.
Calling all the way from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yes.
Yes, listen. Okay, so it's like I have a license in security,
Okay.
and I want to explain a little bit about what happened with GameStop. You know, how all of this exploded. Okay, so to put it in layman's terms, a bunch of amateur investors from Reddit.com bought a bunch of GameStop stock. Now, let me throw in my disclaimer. I was told 2 months ago I had got a little stock tip, not an inside trader, because I have to throw that disclaimer in there. But the stock was so low, I was told buy that stock. And there's another stock I was supposed to buy. It's split on Friday, so that, you know, instead of having one share, it's split. So you have 2 shares for the price of one. But anyway, GameStop, these small investors, these gamers got together and bought a bunch of GameStop stock. Now, the GameStop stores are actually closing up. The brick and mortar stores are closing up because you can download games online. And so there's no need to go to the stores to actually rent the games or buy the games because they're downloading them. Okay, so they got together. They saw the big investors on Wall Street were betting against the stock, meaning that they would take these bets. So, like, if it's worth, like, if you bought it for $1 and the stock is going down, well, they'll come back and say, well, I buy back from you, but I buy from you for 50 cents.
Okay.
And so they would make 50 cents on top of the 50 cents, if I'm making sense.
Okay.
Am I clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they were betting against the stock. So what the people from Reddit.com did, they just started buying a whole bunch of it, and that manipulated the market to make the stock seem like it was worth more than what it really was. So they drove the price up and then started selling it. They just start selling it. So the billionaires on Wall Street got a taste of their own medicine. So they betted against the stock, and the gamers drove the stock up, and they lost $24 billion. Those hedge fund investors did on Wall Street. So they was like, hey, they're manipulating the market. We got to do something about this. We got to call the SEC. We got to so Robinhood.com has a class action lawsuit. Because what they did was, because it was so radical of what happened, because they started selling all this stock and getting all these high returns, they blocked people from selling the GameStop stock. You couldn't buy it. You can sell it, but you couldn't buy it. So when they did that, it drove the price back down. I think it is at $93 and some change right now on the market. But it drove the price back down. But Robinhood did not give a valid reason as to why they stopped people from buying the stock. Well, you can't do that. That's illegal for you to do that. So now the people that's in this small hedge fund, the gamers, have filed a lawsuit against Robinhood because you are blocking people from getting their money. Now, did I explain that a bit?
You did, and I agree with them with the lawsuit because you should listen. We should be able to sell and buy stocks freely. Period. Just because
that's what the big people on Wall Street do every day.
They do that every day.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Just because they got screwed, hey, you just got screwed once in a million. The little guys get screwed all the time.
And they really didn't get. Exactly, and they really didn't get screwed because you got the 1%. Oh, I lost $1 billion today, and when you have 100 billion,
right?
You see what I'm saying? It's the stock market. So when the poor man, I wouldn't say poor man. Well, I would say the average Joe got hip to what you're doing. Anytime we figure out the game, they want to change the rules. Einstein, they want to change the rules. Einstein said, learn the rules of the game and play the game better than anybody else. And that's exactly what they did. And not only did they do it with GameStop, they did it with AMC, they did it with GME, And so
Because
another
my
piece,
thing
I
is
saw
this,
somebody in the chat
that
say,
what I learned from it is that power in numbers. How the group of people got together and say, this is what we got. You can change a lot if you come together in that unity with people with a like-minded mindset. And look what how they doing now. Change is going to come from that. But it's unfortunate that because I'm like, this is all fair game in the stock market, in my humble opinion.
Exactly. And see, when the framers of the Constitution, they came up with a free market. So we are able to buy free. That's why they are selling. I mean, I'm sorry, not selling. That's why they're suing Robinhood, because you are manipulating the free market. You're blocking us from buying. Exactly. So, I don't mean to be long-winded about it, but I just wanted to explain this is what happened. And they got together and started a hedge fund. And I know there are a few Black people that have hedge funds that are multimillionaires, that are, gaining like 400,000.
It was one hush fund. I forgot his name, but he was on there cussing. He was mad. I was like,
well,
what
you lose $1 million
that?
to see how you will feel.
Right. But I'm like, okay, but you still, in my mindset, you still got billions. And it was one hedge fund. He was up there getting work done to his house. I'm like, bruh, but you still rich. What about those that have lost everything and have to start back from scratch? You know what I mean? So I didn't share now 1 tip from them hedge funds guys, because I'm like, y'all are finally getting y'all.
I had the world's tiniest violin playing for them, because at the end,
I'm like,
at the end of the day, the Reddit.com, the small gamers, they called Wall Street's bluff because they were betting against the stock. And they were driving it down. So when you say bet against the stock, what they do is, if a store is going out of business, they betting against it to drive the stock down, so much so that they can get a gain off of it, because they're betting against it. So when you bet against it, it's just like playing. It's just like gambling. They gamble against the stock so they can gain more money. And when they saw that these small gamers called a bluff and just start getting people to buy into the stock, it drove it straight up, and they lost $24 billion. Now I woke up and was having heart palpitations because I slept on that stock. I said too. No.
I slept because someone told me to get it. And I didn't think nothing to it, no, because but what if I would have bought it? I could have sold and made, but no, Robinhood, I would have made a nice piece of coin from that, because it was a guy, he's a teenager. He made a nice piece of money from selling the stock. He made so much.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Exactly. So, one lady in my group, she bought a bunch of it, and she posted, she said, I looked up yesterday and I heard all the commotion. She said, in 24 hours, I made $2,400. And she said, my only regret was I didn't buy more. So, I mean, in 24 hours, she had $24K sitting in her bank account. And I think another person had made $80,000. And I'm like, what? And I was just really upset about that. But I'm going to get off and let somebody else talk, darling. But I love what you do. I love the fact that you're being neutral about a lot of things, and you got away from the beef with these YouTubers, because at this point, it's ridiculous. It's sad. It makes us look like this is all we know how to do is the drama. And I am so glad that you have moved away from that, because I really enjoy your show. I wake up in the morning, I see Wiley, I click on, and I'm ready for the comedic commentary and things. So you have a wonderful, blessed day, and I pray that everyone else have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much for calling in. Okay.
All right, darling.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. 9770, call you on air.
Hey, Wiley, how are you today?
You live on the air. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for answering the phone and everything, because you sure did hang up on me. Dang.
I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
It's all right. Well, what I want to say is I heard you mention the beef sector early, and I'm glad that just like the previous caller said that you kind of strayed away from that because it does get to be really old. I'm the plainest Jane, and I know you probably don't know who I am. I only got 20-something thousand subscribers, but I covered some of the Jaguar Wright stuff, and it was so draining for me, and it brought a lot of the people who were hungry for the beef sector again, it brought them over to my channel, and they felt like I was picking a side, and really I was just reviewing the damn thing because I spent my $15. And it's just been a really ugly experience for me because I mind my business on YouTube. Yeah, I gained 10,000 subscribers since I reviewed it, but it got to the point where I literally had to sit my YouTube channel down for like 3 days because it was just way too much. I'm so glad this Jaguar Wright stuff is done with. But what I wanted to ask you was, I heard that you had talked to LaShonda, and I was going back to look for that interview. And is it still up? Am I able to look at that or no?
Did I talk to LaShonda? Who's that?
I was hearing people talk yesterday, and it was like a couple of people were saying that you did, and I was like, I missed that. I need to go look on his channel, and I didn't see it.
Who is that? Is that the thug pastor?
No, LaShonda is the woman who Jaguar Wright is really speaking out against right now.
I never spoke to her, but I heard of what she was saying. I'm like, I couldn't get through that 3 hour live because, like, again, I'm so drained with the Jaguar Wright story because once the documentary came out, you can't beat that. And I feel like with the LaShonda thing, it's trying to take away, but you still can't beat it. Like, I think that was the end of the Jaguar Wright, unless she beefed with somebody else that we care about. But I just think maybe we got to give it another month and then we could talk about her again. But right now, I'm kind of done with the Jaguar because it's like the same stuff. She lied. Now the other person says she's a liar. That's pretty much where they're at right now with her.
Yeah, I'm over it. It's brought a lot of mess. I still have people hitting me up. I know her too. I've got dirt on her. I want to interview. I'm like, listen, my whole purpose is not to throw dirt on anyone's name. My whole thing is she's been talking mess about all these people, their kids, their personal business for over a year, and they want to speak their piece, and they have a right to tell their story since Jaguar's been telling their story. So what's frustrating for me as a Black content creator is people like, obviously the Surviving Jaguar Wright was at such a high demand. Any video you got her name in it, it gets a lot of views. So people go watching these long interviews. I've got lives over 3 hours where the woman, come on and talk about it. And people got a nerve to watch it and follow the drama and call us messy for reviewing it or for making videos about it. Right. And my thing is, when y'all sat and y'all watched Surviving R. Kelly or everybody else, y'all watched it and y'all said, wow, that's those women's stories. And y'all went on about y'all business. Y'all didn't sit up and pick apart the producers. Y'all sit and y'all eat up all the drama. If you know about Jaguar Wright, then you know about the backstory. Then you seen the Storm interview, you saw the Tasha interview, you saw the document. So the nerve of you to call Black content creators messy for reviewing stuff that you're watching, that you're searching for. And I got tired of that. And I know that it's redundant to request content like that and then reject it. But I'm just to the point where, listen, I capitalized off of it. I got my views. I grew. I'm done. I'm back to my regular scheduled programming because the shit is nasty. And I feel like it's not going to change. None of this is going to help Jaguar be a better person. Any platform she steps up to isn't going to make a difference. People are like, oh, Jane, you need to interview her now. Interview her for what? What is it? Does it seem like she can have a two-way conversation, or it's really going to change? Or is it just going to give her the additional attention, the dire attention that she needs? So listen, Surviving Jaguar Wright. I've survived Jaguar Wright and reporting on it. I'm done.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay.
No problem, Bobby.
All right. Thank you. Okay. It's the Wendy movie coming back on because I missed it. Oh, yes. Go back on your Lifetime. You would definitely see it. Let's go to the next caller. 9271. Call you on air.
Hey, Wiley. This is Miss Seattle calling in.
Hey.
And I just wanted to tell you, when you started talking about the beef sector, because I'm fairly new. I've been watching you for about a year now, but I also went back and watched some of your old videos, and the Marquita, the cross-eyed diva, you went in on everybody. Yes, Tracy, Jay Will said, I mean, you went in, and you know what? If you have time and if you are interested, I really would like to see you do the news again, as yourself, but just do the news because it was funny. You were good.
You know, I just wish that they give us something that is newsworthy. You know what I'm saying? To make it newsworthy. What I miss from the B sector, everybody was just do their content. They would talk about each other, but they had their own personality. But one thing that I think damaged the B sector, the trolls, they let the trolls dominate their platform, and the content creator get lost in the sauce. I'm from that old school era where you talk about this or that person talk about you. Like, it's classic beefs that I miss. Oh, I used to miss with VS and I would go back and forth on YouTube, and this person would go back and forth on YouTube. It was classic B sector. And you know what I'm saying? Like, even when in the B sector, some of these people, they try to do panels, the panels don't get no views because you ain't talking about nothing on the panel. I went on one person panel on the B sector. It was putting me to sleep. It's boring. It
is.
It's boring. So when I get in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Wiley, I'm coming for it. Well, put me on the panel. We can just talk about it on the panel. We go back and forth, and I'll wake this thing up, but it's dead. I'm like, it's just dead.
Right.
You know?
It is. And besides it being dead, the only thing that kind of keeps it going really is the doxing, and that's unnecessary.
Right.
You know, they don't know how to roast and gag.
They don't know how to gag and roast.
They have to come for you at. That's right.
And you know, it's still not a good villain. Like, VS was a villain in the B. What made the B sector work, she was the villain. TSCC, they were the villain. And they played up to that villain card. And she was very diverse as the villain. You know, she'd be out there in her garden. She would have her dogs. She would roll. She would gag. She would dox. They tried to sue her. She had a whole thing. She had a beef with Sean Bradley. Like, she really played up to being the villain. Like, you knew who she was when she went live. You about to see who she about to drag, who about to get doxed of TSCC, and I knew how to manipulate the TSCC brand. I'd be like, oh my gosh, they doxing me out. They don't be doxing me. But I knew how to manipulate them because I just knew how it operate. You know, oh my gosh, they doxing my job, and they doxed my job. But it was, you know, it was great. It was entertaining having that beef. And I miss her because she was once the villain left, I have to leave. Ain't no villain in here. And the one that tried to be the villain, now they selling eyebrows.
That's when it became boring.
It became boring because the villain left. And once VS left, a big part of the B sector went away because you have nobody to beef with. And there are other people that try to be the villain. Baby, they trying to be with the cruel kids. Either you're going to be the villain, be the villain. You can't be trying to be cool with everybody. You got to be strong. And that's one thing that I liked about VS. She had her team and everybody went in her chat. Like, if you wasn't TSCC, if they didn't know you, you going to get blocked, and you had the Cash App to get back in the live chat. So it was that realness, yes. And even with DC Gate, the reason why it was so great because the villain and the person that y'all like is Wiley there. Then you had the Rico. I knew how to create characters in the B sector, but now
child, you made Rico.
Oh, baby, I planned it. I said, let's be a couple. All that stuff I planned. Oh, let's go live together. Hello, my Rico. That's my boy. Even though he fell in love for real, but it was all for a click and a view. I knew when that camera was on how the viewer would take this, and they sucked it up from DC. They sucked it up. It was that DC Gate. I go back and watch that content and just laugh. And it was just about 10 of us there. You thought it was 100 people there, but I knew how to manipulate the viewers and make them be entertained. And that's what, you know, and Rico really, you know, he really fell in love.
That's what it was.
He fell in love.
That's what it was. It was real entertainment to the point that I'm talking to you about one of your videos from 2 years ago?
About 2 years ago. It was that
funny.
classic entertainment in the beef sector. And other folks, this is what gets me that I love about the beef sector. So somebody got a series on Wiley. And so they tried to go to the B sector. They got dragged. They couldn't make it in the B sector because they didn't know how entertaining and how likable I was in the B sector. Because I understood that sector. I knew the viewers want to be entertained. It was that, and me and Sean Bradley used to go at it. It was all about entertaining the viewers. That's what it was about. It was just about entertaining the viewers.
I have a question for you there.
Okay.
I have a question for you because it kind of cross-pollinates here. So one of the people out there, Sean Davy Way or whatever his name he's been coming for you, but I noticed you haven't spoken back to him. Is that something that you would do on the beef sector or at all?
If I was in the beef sector, me and him would just go back and forth, and I would actually link up with him. He will actually be like a great guy on my platform because I could do a great story with him because he's attractive. He's very entertaining. I just don't want to beef with him because I like the guy. I don't want to beef. I beefed enough. I don't want to beef with him. But he beefs with me because he's friend with Armand. And I understand it. But I don't want to beef with him. He's in a very likable. I like the guy. I really, really liked him. But child, if I was in a beef sector, me and him, I would do a video. Me and him would link up. We would have, it was so much that I could just do and manipulate. It would just chat. It would be so much fun. But he does that because he's friends.
Using your name for clicking a view.
He used my name.
Because he got me. I clicked it.
He used my name for clicking a view. He does. He's adorable. I like the guy. Very, very adorable and talented. He have a special gift. And I don't dislike him. I don't dislike the guy. Right. He just does it because my name is used for like clicks. You could use my name for clicks and views. You know what I'm saying? Even Armand friend, he used my name for clicks and views. They don't watch it when he talk about celebrity gossip, but as soon as he put Wiley in the title, they eat it all up. But they don't come back next week if you ain't got Wiley in the title.
I haven't. I didn't go back.
You don't go back.
But
they just there. What you gonna say about Wiley?
Got me.
They gonna go there and see what you got to say about Wiley. They're not gonna stop watching Wiley. We're just gonna see what he got to say. First of all, you gotta wait about 50 minutes for him to get to the point of what he got to say. Okay, you gotta wait. It's gonna be 3 hours before he gets to the point, and you gotta be like, "Child, this is so boring. It's not entertaining, and this is why it don't pick up no traction." Because I'm still likable. He's not entertaining to deliver it. He's gonna need Armand to come and be more. He's the entertaining force in that situation.
Because what he wasn't roasting and gagging you. What he was doing was trying to implicate you in on the Cardi B.
Baby, this man was trying to get me in jail. He couldn't handle it right, and he ain't he's not. Some people got it, some people don't, and that young brother unfortunately don't have it. And he did all of this because he said it. I did this because he said I should be on the gentleman's panel. What? So you literally
the gentleman's panel is boring. The gentleman's panel is boring.
It's boring, and the boys chat panel is boring. It's no shade. It's no shade at all. But that panel is boring. Look at those cast members. When I watch it, they are very attractive. Don't give me, baby, all of them look good. But when you look at, they be just look at it on video. Just be at the screen, uninterested, just looking like, yeah, and all this. Let's talk about when you come. It's like, it's a drag. Like, somebody on that panel, you got to be able to challenge the host. We need to see some arguments. Everybody can't be agreeing with it. It's a boring ass panel. Baby,
that's right.
I'm looking like, child, this panel was so boring. You can't play it safe. You either got to entertain the audience. All that trying to play it safe, fuck that. That's putting the people to sleep. Somebody got to be able to have the voice to challenge the host and the star, and y'all got to go back and forth a week with it in order for it to be creative and have you tuned in. But you ain't watching that, child. When did you all come out to y'all parents? Oh yeah, I came out to my mama, and who gives a damn when you came out to your mama? Like,
I want to see you guys go
go head to head with a topic. So yeah, who get played in their butthole? Oh, I don't want to talk about that. I'm looking like, child, it's just like, I bring Sean up there, somebody that is entertaining. That is very funny. He's the guy is very, like, he's very, if I was to do a skit show, I would let Sean, he's very entertaining. He's and me and him, we don't have beef. We never fell out. We don't have beef. But I just think that he's friends. Right. It's the thing. When you're friends with someone, I can't be friends with you, Wiley. I gotta drag you. And I get it. But I still watch the guy. When he talk about Wiley, you sitting there, Wiley. Like, the way how he talks about me is very entertaining. I watch it. I've been sitting at home like, child, what is he about to drag me? Said that I stink. He's a very entertaining guy. But
Wiley, go ahead and put Marquita the cross-eyed diva on him and let her flick her wig on him.
Let me get a real wig on it, okay?
Yeah, get a 5A wig. Get a 5A wig right quick and flick that 5A wig all over his butt.
So I sit here and I watch these guys and I'm entertained by them. They are so entertaining. I don't take this stuff personal because they say my stuff for clout. My name could be used for clicks and views. You know, it is what it is. You've been in this business long enough, your name will end up in a title. I don't take this stuff personal. Yeah. I don't at all.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go. Thanks a lot now.
All right, bye-bye. And Wiley sit on his platform, Wiley. Wiley. Why you want to do that to One Key Pro, Wiley? I'm like, what? I didn't do nothing to no One Key Pro. You don't even know no One Key Pro. You said that, Wiley. Like, he's very entertaining, you know. Let's go to the oh, y'all about to get me fired up today. 2102, calling you on air.
Hey, what up, Wiley? It's Kareem from South Oakland.
How you doing? Welcome to the Wiley Show.
All right. I think I seen you out Friday, and I was like, that's the guy Wiley from the Beach Sip there on YouTube. And I had to point out that you don't want boo-boo or Rico.
Oh, child, come on now. Lord. Anonymous, y'all live on the air. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Wiley.
Hi, the Wendy Will
How are you, Wiley?
I got your card and it's so wonderful. Thank you for the card and for the love token.
You are so welcome, Wiley. I don't know who these nutbags are calling and saying things and hanging up like that. Jeez, get a life. I've been listening, Wiley, and I agree with what everyone is saying. I don't know anything about a beef sector, but it's okay. It's okay to have serious conversations when needed, but the versatility is the messiness of your show mixed in as well. You can't have church every day missionaries. The missionary board can't call in every day. You have to have a little bit of messiness somewhere, Yes. But you know what? I wanted to talk about with Cardi and Kyle. I understand what you're saying about their situation, but it's not about having a heart in this business. It's just about having thick skin and some balls. You have to leave your heart at home with your family and bring the pit bull to work. So, sometimes Kyle is a little quiet and he doesn't know how to bring that pit bull out.
Yeah, he's not you're right about that. In this business, you gotta be like a pit bull in this business. You're right.
Yeah. If you want roses and petals, you go work at a florist. But you know, in this business, you have to really bring out the pit bull sometimes.
That's
you know,
facts.
I'm starting, and I know this is going to surprise you, but that Tasha K is starting to grow on me like a fungus.
Yeah, okay.
Because
talk about it.
Yes, she's starting to grow on me. Because one thing I can say is she got the right idea. There's no friends in this gossip business. You know,
That's
anybody can get it with her.
That's true.
You know, I don't like the way she goes about things sometimes, but she knows the element and how to grab it and how to get people. And she's not trying to be friends with everybody, you know, because you have to be able to talk about people. No one should be off limits. And that's how you reach the height of success in this business. You have to be ruthless.
Hey, man, you're right about that.
That's why Wendy Williams, that's why Wendy Williams is so successful.
You're right. You're right.
You know, you have to be able to come out and give the people what they want. You know, I believe what she said about Jason Lee, Tasha. I don't know. She was on her IG page, and I believe everything she said about him paying for young boys. You know, that's why he goes to DR all the time, where sleeping with young boys and girls are allowed. You know that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's why he's there. Yes, that's why he's there all the time. He's not funny. He's shiftless. I see nothing funny about him. You know, never trust a man with hips, okay? Because they have a penchant for young boys. Always remember that. If a man has hips, run, young boys, because he's coming after you.
My thing is this. As long as they of age of consent, I'm here for it. Like if it's an 18, 19, 20-year-old guy, it's have every right. You know, some guys are attracted to people that is 18, 19, 20, 21. It is what it is. I don't think that's a problem or an issue. If he's into
that. I understand that. I understand that, but we don't know the ages.
Right.
We don't know the ages.
Right. And
and she put that out there.
She did.
She put that out there, and I can totally believe that.
But I just think
Tasha, we don't know the ages of young boys that he's dealing with.
We don't.
We know he likes them young.
You know, hey, he not gonna be the first that like him like 18, 19, 20, 21 or of that magnitude.
Well, stop calling out the ages, Wiley, because you don't know if they can be under 18.
Listen, I personally
we don't know that. We're not
consent.
Going to say they are, and we're not going to say they aren't.
No, what I would say is I do believe that is of consent. I don't believe Jason will risk his career dealing with somebody that is underage. I don't think that would be crazy. Why would you put your career at that risk? I don't think he would do that.
You're not risking your career, darling, if you're going to where it's allowed.
Oh, well then if it's allowed, it's allowed. If he's doing that,
but that doesn't make it right.
That doesn't make it right. Legal, hey, it's legal in other parts of the country, just like other parts of the country. I mean, other parts of the world, you can drink at a certain age. It's not 21. The age of drinking is different. So if you do that, hey, that's your prerogative. Me, I wouldn't do anything like that because I don't have the money to do that. To go out to the
Absolutely, and that's what I'm saying, and that's how Pizzagate came about.
Really?
Because if you have to go over to different places to do dirty things like that, that means you know it should not be done. That's my whole thing.
So really, people
and I
be
wish
doing
you would
that.
Come out with something.
So people really travels and do all those things. Wow.
Absolutely.
I need to see some documentaries.
Absolutely.
Wow, I didn't. Wow. You must have to. You have to have.
There
money
are a lot of.
to do that.
Absolutely. How do you think Pizzagate came about?
Oh.
And that guy who killed himself. What's his name? He hung himself in prison.
That billionaire. That guy. That billionaire guy. Yes.
He had a whole island set up, Wiley.
Okay.
Where the stars, the celebrities would go, and they would,
Wow, I heard about that. Wow. Okay. Well,
yes.
even in the Bible, it say wickedness is in high places. You know what I'm saying? It talks about and sometimes you don't have you know, the money, once you have the money and the power, you see stuff that you have the access to see it, right? I don't have that type of influence or power, so I don't know. I just think Epstein, that was his name. I don't know of all that stuff that's going on, but wow, like I would, I won't be surprised because when you have power,
when you have a penchant for young kids,
for anything,
that's a problem. Yeah. I don't care where you fly to the third world countries or on a private island to do it. It's a problem. I hope she comes out with things, because she said he better not make her bring out receipts. I don't know about Tasha's receipts. Okay. You know, I'm not too big on her receipts. But you know, if she gives Jason Lee a thrashing, that would do me just fine. Because I think he's very arrogant, and he's just low budget to me.
Oh God, he's a great guy.
He tries too hard.
I think
he's not a great guy, Wiley. He's not a great guy. You don't know him. He's not a great guy.
Well, from my understanding,
one thing that I think it was the first caller that said New Yorkers are very raw. That we are. We call it as we see it. Okay, there's another YouTuber, Wiley. She looks like a hyena, you know, with an earring stuck in her nose, and her lipstick looks like she purchased it from the funeral parlor. She abuses her special needs girlfriend terribly on her. You know, she cusses folks out from the time she enters into the room till she leaves, and I just can't watch her. I can't be on YouTube watching a lot of people anyway, but sometimes I just can't watch her, because there is a level of professionalism and decorum that you have to have. And this young lady, she cusses from the time she enters the room until she leaves. And someone should call some type of services, because she abuses her special needs girlfriend constantly.
Well, I would say this. You watch who you watch, and you don't watch who you don't watch.
Yeah, I can't watch her. It's very disturbing to me. But, you know, I do have exclusive tea on Kevin Hunter, but I know this is not even the topic.
What is the exclusive tea?
Let me tell you, I missed it. I missed the other night or the other day, Wiley, when you had, you were talking about the biopic.
Uh-huh.
I missed calling in that day, but I wanted to this tea with Kevin Hunter.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me tell you something. Do you know why and where he got his cheating from? Okay? None other than his mammy. That's where he got it from. Okay? I hung with relatives of his growing up in Brooklyn. He's from Brownsville. Okay? Well, his mammy was something else too. Okay? He didn't know who his real dad was. The man that she married, his mom's name is Pearl. The man that she married, he always thought that was his father growing up, but it wasn't. He didn't find out till later on in life that that wasn't his father. And that's why he went off on the deep end and was so nasty and mean the way that he was. But his mother was also a cheater. Okay? She had a very good husband, a very good man, okay, that used to go out to work, and all she had to do was sit on her rump, okay, and not look cute, might I add, okay? Well, she was cheating around on him, okay? He had no idea. The man would work so hard. He was sick one day, okay, and returned home. Well, lo and behold, guess what he caught in his house?
He caught them cheating.
Exactly. And you know what he did for her? He opened up her forehead. He did a karate chop and opened her forehead up for her. Okay? She had that poor man. He was so bad off. He could never get himself together after that. But she's something else too. That's where he got that from. He got it from his cheating mammy, okay, who got her forehead opened because she was caught, thought her husband was at work. Okay? He doubled back because he was ill. Okay? So I hope you're listening, Kevin Hunter, because you know this story is true. And that's where he got all his evil, wicked ways from.
Well, we thank you so very much for calling in with that exclusive tea.
You are so welcome. And you can check that out with anybody. Matter of fact, have Tasha K go get receipts.
Okay.
Her perfect receipt. You have a great day,
well,
Wiley.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes. Bye-bye now, darling.
Bye-bye. Okay. All right. That was the exclusive. 8018, calling you on air.
We got the cheating husband, the cheating mammy. We got Wendy and Eric D. We got the real Wendy calling in. I am for it. Go ahead, Wendy, dropping off. We got the real Wendy calling in. Wendy, I'm for it. Drop all that tea, because we know you know some more, Wendy. We know you know more. We love you in the chat, Wendy. I wanted to say something when you said something about panels real quick. You notice now we all know how boring Jay Wilson's panel was. They didn't want you on it, even though they knew whenever you popped up, it would go to the thousands. But they didn't want you on it. Do you remember when Mr. I'm just going to call him Atlanta Gate because he wasn't invited to Mr. I wasn't invited to Maddie's house. We'll just say that.
Okay.
You remember when he went on there and it was a flop. He didn't want to go. He talked bad about it, and then it got leaked, and then he went on it. Well, fast forward to today. He has a new show called Voice Chat. It is set up professionally. It
90
does look
seconds.
good, and I have peeped in, and it is interesting, but it's so amazing how the beef sector, once again, they don't know how to step out of that realm. Jay Wilson, that crew did not want you on that show, knowing do you know how much money they would have made just by you being on there for 1 hour?
60 seconds.
1 hour. 1 hour. We had Rico come on there, pull his peen out. It ain't been, the show has been a flop. Okay, but you come on there. I think you went one time. And it was somebody that didn't want you on there. That was the highest rating show that you ever had.
Yeah.
And now, what is it? You can't, and you talk about, Wiley does not have the church choir in his chat. If they saw what we look like, they'd be really mad.
Right.
They'd be mad. But Mr. Wilson has the church choir. He can't even get past, does he get to maybe
10 seconds
people in the chat when he does his panel? I don't know what it's called.
It's really
called Boys Town. I don't know.
Really, it's really low, and what they're missing is drama. You have to have somebody on the panel that you cannot stand. That makes a good show.
Yep.
That makes a good show. That makes people tune in and be like, let me challenge that. I don't believe it, because it's a dry, it's really even with Armand's panel. You have to everybody can't be kissing Armand's ass. Somebody got to be like, nah, bruh, gotta be the comedian and challenge. That is what I'm trying to understand, to get people to understand, is to challenge the host. It gotta be some friction on there. The reason why I love The View, because you know Megan might say something stupid, Whoopi might get Megan together, Sonny might say what she got to say, Jay Behart might say what she got to say. School panel with what was that, Rosie O'Donnell, and what was the other girl, the Republican. So it made people tune in and watch. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is.
You can't agree. It's like everybody agrees with everything. You can't, and
everybody
then
can't be kissing
on Jay Wilson's show, everybody's a bottom. Everybody's a bottom. Where the top at?
You know,
you ain't got no top. They need to name the show the show needs to be named from a bottom perspective.
When I called it the Bottoms panel, they could stand that. I had to call it, because I used to drag that panel. I don't drag it as much because, you know, I love me some conscious TV. At one point, I did like, oh gosh, what's his name? The one that sound like Michael Jackson. Captivated Christian.
Captivating Christian.
So it's really missing that point. It's just missing some talent, honestly, because it's dry. It's like, it's really, really dry. The reason why I love the Mess Express, baby, they was getting them views. The Mess Express, oh my gosh, that panel was
Wait a minute, Wiley. Somebody, I think it was Isla, I can't remember. I think it might have been Isla Bonita or Shantae. Somebody just posted in the chat that Bayless posted something, a video from the Mess Express. After this, I got to watch it.
Yeah, she did. She posted.
That
was
the real beat sector.
That was the real. That absolutely. That was the real B sector, right? When she posted that, that was the real B sector. But what they needed, they just need somebody in there to keep that alive. And unfortunately, Sirius Baker,
to keep it alive,
she just don't have that it factor to keep it alive. But let's be clear, when they had that panel, the Mess Express, baby, and that was the panel of that when they was clashing. They could keep when they did Nika together. It was like that panel was so freaking funny. Like,
wait a minute, Wiley. You remember when you had someone, I forgot what you said. Your assistant drafted up a letter for VS. You were apologizing and you wanted to come back. And you were like, in the letter, you wanted to work back with VS. Everybody in the chat was like, no, he dogged you out. Let me tell you something. The producers was like, yes, you should do it. Why did VS say he's sincere?
Yes.
VS loved you, Wiley.
We loved each other.
I don't care what happened.
I still love her. Like, we had a good relationship. When I embraced her, like, VS is beautiful. Oh my gosh. I would never forget.
Yes, she is.
I would never forget that we linked up. It was very sincere. We had a good time. I knew she could embrace me because she had another guy in the chat, and I will overshadow that relationship, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, but that Mess Express, oh baby, if you scared, go to church. When she said to what was that? When she said to somebody Yoni being dry. Oh, she was talking about Bless Walkers. Wiley, I'm not Bless Walkers. You can eat her dry Yoni. And I'm like, what? Like, they would, baby, they would go at it, because I was on Brianna panel, and this is when Brianna was about to turn into a superstar. I was on her panel. She was getting all them views. So Blast started coming there. She had a receipt of Duchess Kelly Love house. So she posted that because her mother Pat was in there gossiping, talking offline, and VS was like, "That's a receipt. I don't understand why you let us see the receipt. We could have sat on it and put it in for another day, but that's a receipt. Oh, that's not a receipt." Like, oh my God, they got they got that woman together. When she leaked that receipt and didn't tell VS, oh, they got her together.
And they made a lot of money.
They did.
VS, think about it. VS collected her chat. There was never a time it was at least 600 and over. VS never kept you waiting like a long, long time.
She did.
She would open it up and then she would just pop up. She would start talking, say what she got to say. She didn't care that it was thousands in the chat like you do. And then she would just get off like, okay, I got to go. That is what I liked about her. She didn't take it. It wasn't serious.
They contribute to her platform. They gave. If she needed something, they would give it. I know how them TSCC pockets was fat. They'll donate if she.
And they wasn't old.
There was.
Talk about that. No, the women wasn't old.
They was not old women. Old. I met those good looking, thick, built, good. I met those women. When I personally went through there and met those women were beautiful black women. Because that was the first time when they pulled up to pick me up from the Airbnb. That was the first time me meeting VS, meeting her people. It was so beautiful. We went to the casino and we knew how to get on camera and play up to the camera. But of course,
remember y'all were at dinner?
Yes.
And VS said one word, she needed donations to pay for. She needed donations to pay for the meal. And all of a sudden there was a flooding.
Yeah, they were flooding.
She paid for yours. She paid for everything.
I didn't have to pay for that. I was getting money to gamble. That's one thing about the TICC. They will give. You can say whatever. If she say give. Because I remember when we had the thing for the car, the GoFundMe wasn't going over because I didn't beg nobody. I didn't ask. I didn't know how to ask for money. Man, VS called in. Hold up, Wiley. You be on here too long and they ain't donate to your GoFundMe. Once that day was over with, that GoFundMe had over $1,000 in there for that car. We went and got that car. She got on the line. She said, Wiley, you too nice. You be on here for hours and y'all see Wiley walking. Y'all need to donate. And if you ain't got $1, that's a problem. Like she would drag you if you didn't give. And them people, baby, $10, $25, $50, $100. And they just started giving. And I had got the car and we paid that car off. Surely did.
And over here,
go ahead.
I'm going to say this over here. People, it costs nothing, you all, to hit the like button.
Right.
We spend more time asking you all. Yeah, we do. We ask you all to donate to the show. If you can, donate from your heart, because everything costs. The lights, the backgrounds, the backdrop, everything does cost. We all chip in where we can.
Right.
But the like button, that's free. Whether you like Wiley or not,
come on.
Hit one of them buttons because people, even the haters, they come over here for a reason because it's funny. Your commentary is funny. It's real. You do not show favoritism just because you like Tasha K or whomever. You drag everybody. Everybody gets dragged.
Absolutely. And when I disagree with Tasha, I be like, hey, Tasha, I disagree with you. Hold up, baby. Listen. I be having dreams about Tasha K with the stuff that when I bring up certain consequences she don't like. I saw her power walking, and I said Tasha, because she just is a special type of person. But I would challenge her, but she just, it is what it is about these people that I follow. You. But when the beauty about VS, we were talking in the morning. So, how you doing? Did you eat? VS was so sweet. And I know she probably in the bushes watching. She was so sweet. We would call, we would strategize about what we got to do. She's like, Wiley, after I get done, I'm going to send people your way. We used to help each other. When she used to get off her live, I would pick them views back up. She was like, okay, Wiley, I'm going to send them your way. Because she would get done with her morning, because she would dominate the morning. Because at first, I started the morning show on the bus, on the train, but I kind of stopped. She picked up the morning shows. When I tell you, I'd be at work watching, and I would be forgetting that I'm at work, because them morning shows be off the chain. And I didn't need the comment. I didn't want to comment. I was just so entertained by her about what she about to say, what receipt she about to leak. When she tell you to go to this page, oh baby, somebody about to get dragged. They got some receipts. Because back in the day, it was before StreamYard. So you had to have different mobile devices. So she was entertaining. You know, I didn't agree with everything that she said, because she went left when she didn't like you. Oh, baby, she didn't like you. But she
I don't agree with that part.
Right. But it was that entertainment. Some stuff she was talking about women empowerment. Baby, with me and her, we talk about women empowerment. How y'all talk about women empowerment when y'all dragging women? And she'll get up there, I'm all about black women. She'll be just as nice. Now, you didn't drag. You got all this hell being raised. Now you're on your platform. Yes, you guys. Right now, I'm growing my flowers. I got some peaches that I'm growing. She'll be just as calm. But everybody just be cussing when you go to her platform. They'll be watching, just watch her platform.
But the main thing you said, she supported. She didn't mind telling people to come and look at your show.
She didn't.
She didn't even mind throwing names out there, knowing that people were going to go to other channels to look at them.
Absolutely.
That's what you don't get now. It's not gonna hurt your show or your platform if you support Wiley, or you say, look, go over and look at Wiley's show. I may not like him, but you go look at this particular video.
Right.
Now everybody thinks it's going to hurt them. One person going to hurt them.
No, it is not. And it's really, really not. And you help each other. And sometimes too, don't be afraid to collaborate. Collaborations is key. You might collaborate with a blogger and y'all both blow up. You know what I'm saying? And to become stronger and better. You know what I mean? When it comes to that. And people sometimes they get jealous of that, because sometimes you collaborate with somebody, the chemistry can be so strong and people behave, because that chemistry when VS used to call into the show. Oh my God. I loved it. I love her. Meeting her, but she will go off on you on purpose. She was real. She did go off, and her people never stopped. They never stopped dealing with her. She, I don't know if that was serious, babe. I don't know who that was.
They didn't take it personal.
But she will go off. And what gets me with the TSCC members, like, y'all ain't keeping her legacy alive. You got to be strong, because VS have a very powerful, strong personality. And if you ain't strong and powerful, most of them didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? And VS kind of pulled that panel together. She could not miss a day. The only person that I felt like out of TSC that was entertaining, that could help, was Brianna. Was one of the, I saw the talent in her. And I did like when Nika and them was in there, but they will pull back. I like Brianna because she would have her opinion. And I saw some in her. But when they get guests on, even Rico got a cert. He's very adorable on camera when he's sober. Now when he get drunk and
when he's sober.
He's so sweet when he's so, oh my God, he's such a sweet guy when he's so adorable when he's sober. But when that man get drunk, and I know how to get out of his skin.
Lord have mercy.
I know how to get out of his skin.
He just loves you. I know. He just loves you, Wiley. Right. It's nothing you can do about it. Right. He's I believe he's still in love with you. I do. And y'all go back and forth. Y'all do. But when he's sober, you can see that he really does love you.
Yeah, he really does. He's a great,
and my advice.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
My advice to Brianna, Brianna's channel has grown so much.
Yes, it has.
She is doing really good.
Yes, it has.
It doesn't matter if you support Brianna. If you support Sean, because Sean has Club Chat, and Club Chat is like I don't know. I think it's divided up into Northeast, Southwest, they got a lot of supporters.
Yes,
you know,
they do.
you don't have to just focus on the negative. You know, look at how people do their platforms. You might learn a little something from that.
Because
you don't have to like a person.
You will learn something from these people. And I love it because one thing that I've noticed in this YouTube game, that is room for everybody to grow. You know what I'm saying? You do have to be very cautious, you know, playing people content, you know, because there's certain rules and regulations that you want to follow. But when it comes to this, it's room at the table. There's no telling where people's career is going to be from the next 5 to 10 years.
Fact.
And one thing about YouTube, it's about the long-term game. Some people you see on YouTube ain't going to be on here forever. They're going to be on television. Look at the YouTubers that came up with the Scorpion Show, that came up with that era of YouTube. Some of these people went on television. What's the guy's name? They got the Read podcast. The Read, before he did the Read, he'd be on YouTube. I'd be, you know,
King of Read.
Not the King of Read, the oh my God, what's his name? The one, him and he does with a female, and the name of the podcast is The Read. What is his name? So let me make sure, because I know y'all gonna let me know in the comments. But he would come up and we would be on the phone, connect. Y'all know the guy's name. He have the Read podcast, and he was on YouTube. And he would, Kid Fury. And I remember I used to be on the phone with Kid Fury. That man then blew up. He now got money, sponsors, and everything. But one of the key was he did not give up on YouTube. He kept going. He didn't stop. All these people, I stopped, and if I would have kept going, you have to keep going. And he kept going. Now look at what he have. But yeah, I remember that. Me and Kid Fury go way back. I'll be on the phone with him and encouraging him. I was a fan of his stuff, and to see where he's at now is just incredible. You know what I'm saying? Even the Scorpion Show, people can say whatever, but they're still doing it. It's people that started out with them no longer doing YouTube. I mean, when the Scorpion Show were going at it, when they start, people would diss them, and I would be one of the ones. But most of the people that did all that, they gone. And the Scorpion Show still there talking. That show still on. The rest of these people was dragging him, and they've been on for over 10 years. For over what?
Oh, wow.
For over 10, 11, 12 years. That it's been pot.
Oh, I didn't know they was on that long.
Yeah, they've been over a decade. I was in high school. I think high school when they used to be. Yeah, I go all the way back when I was in high school watching them. Baby, they've been on for a long time, and they just kept going live. And I remember some of them powerful shows, man. Only thing that's missing from the glory days of the Scorpion Show, that was their magic, was that family. The family was the magic of that show. When the family be in the background, you know, God rest her soul, Mama Scorpion, that was the secret of the sauce of the Scorpion Show, because celebrities were watching, look at this family, because it reminds us of our real black family. That's how I grew up. Many people just ran, close that door, we got the air conditioner on. All that stuff you would hear, because they be on. Soon as they go live, people come in the house, they all on camera, we recording. They didn't care. Phone to be ringing, people open up the door, people getting yelled at. It was that way. People getting out old school. People talking about, get my daughter on her. She want to be a superstar. I remember those days, and I used to look forward to watching Scorpion Show. And that was before going live. They would pre-record those videos, and I'm like, I can't wait till they release a video. And it used to be so funny. Yeah, Kevin and them, that was the secret of that show, was that family. Shout out to the Scorpion Show, baby. Yes, go ahead.
My last thing is, I wanted to tell you all and the listeners, now Clubhouse, you know, we've been on there for a minute, you and I, Day. Yes. And what I found totally different rooms. I think as soon as you come on, what turns people off is, as soon as you come on, like it'll put like, everybody is subscribed to, I don't know why, 21 Savage, The Game. It's like the groupie room.
Because the groupies.
But if you just explore a little bit, I got pinged. A friend of mine works for a XM Radio. He's I forgot what he does. Music. He does something with the music. He's like the producer or something. He does something there, and He pinged me yesterday, day before yesterday, and it was only a chat of maybe 6, 7 people, but I was in a room with neo soul artists, big artists. And when I tell you to talk to them, I was just like, wow. I was in amazement. And I was just like, not in amazement, like starstruck or anything, but the conversation, how nice they were, how open they were, but we were just all chatting. And I ended up becoming a moderator in this room. And that was something big because I have a love for music. And when he introduced me, he was like, this is Dee. We've been friends for like 20 years. She has a love for music. She does not work in the industry, but maybe you all can give her some tips about getting into radio. When I tell you these people looked out for me, from the artists, you have to find the rooms. That's why I keep saying, if you are interested, tell Wiley. I have 4 more invites, and I'm willing. I think 2 people, I'm giving them away. So Wiley, if you have 2 more people, but there's also, Wiley, there was something from you. It was something called the OG room. If you want to be an actor, they have something for Black actors. The OG room is like for all races, but they do discuss like not trying to sell you a book or how to make money. Mm-hmm. They're talking about the industry, how to get into the music industry, how to get into acting. And they tell you about how you can get on the board, like these boards to make decisions on what music, what music, like what genre of music they're going to put out there this year. Mm-hmm. There's a board for that you can join. So if you're interested, please contact Wiley. Wiley, yeah, because I'm going to send you the 2 rooms that I think you need to be in.
Because I go you really on some rooms and it's really nice. The reason why I don't do it as much, because I go to the platforms that is monetized, and because Clubhouse, you can have. I spend time on there because sometimes I'll be really bored. Let me go in this room and let me go in this person's room, even if it's 5 people, 6 people. I don't care. If it's a great conversation, I'm down with it. Because when I was in that room with Tiffany Haddish, it was a great room, and I was on stage. It was an awesome room. But then I go in rooms like if it's 5 or 6 people in there, I go up in there and chop it up with the people, because
you'd be surprised.
Right.
Who's in there?
You never know who's
under
a producer.
Different names.
Right. And even if they don't have it in their bio, this person could be working for this artist or this company. Yep. You don't know. That's why when you go in there, be yourself, humble yourself, talk about the subject. You never know. You may have a connection with somebody that worked with ABC or BET, and they got like 3 followers, and they got, you know what I mean? So that's why it's not good to that.
And they were trying to plug. They were like, oh, you have a podcast, you have a YouTube. They were trying to plug my channel. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even serious. That's the reason why when they go live again, Wiley, I'm going to ping you. I'm going to ask David if it's okay if I ping you in that room, because they literally, you're talking about people that are in acting and the music industry that don't care who you are. They ask you, what's your YouTube channel? What's the name of your podcast? And I felt so like crazy, because I was like, damn, I ain't even set my stuff up yet because I'm not that serious about it. But you are. So Sunday is the slow day. That's when I go in there. Anybody else, like I said, holler at Wiley, because I constantly get invites, and I will. All you need is a Google number, and I'll hook, and I'll just invite you from there.
All right. We thank you so very much.
That was all I wanted to say. Wow, it was a great conversation. I'm back in the chat.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, because thank you. It's some great rooms, like I said, on Clubhouse that I definitely be into. I'll be on there. I do. Thank you so much. I definitely be in there. But like I said, for like YouTube for me, since I've been in it so long, it's a great platform. You know what I'm saying? What gets me is when you get popular, people, they got something to say about you, but you got to know it. You got to keep moving forward on here, because some people that I see on this platform will be at 3 million, 100 million. I'm going to see them doing so much. I see the talent in certain people on this platform, even for myself as well. But you got to be encouraged, you know what I'm saying, being on this platform, because some days it's like low days, some days it's high days when you're on YouTube. Some days it be like that. Some days is that way. And I follow some YouTubers that got like maybe 1,000 subscribers and they get massive views. So it don't really matter about the subscribers in every case. Because I follow some YouTube channels that got 100 and some odd thousand subscribers and they get like literally no views. Let's be clear on that. So don't be just looking like, oh man, I want me 100,000 subscribers. You better make sure you say with high engagements, because I follow some channels that fell off and they get a video, maybe 1,000 people watch the video, 2,000, and they got almost 200,000 subscribers. So don't, and I've known some up and coming YouTubers, they get quadruple the amount of views and they have nowhere near the subscribers, because everybody's not going to subscribe to your channel. That just comes with it. Once you monetize, don't worry about the subscribers, worry about the videos, worry about the individual videos for the content. Period. That's just how I live about it. Just focus on the content, being consistent, and you can't always get distracted with beefs, because sometimes that will distract you. If you got something that's working for you, take a step back, be like, okay, especially if you attractive, if you look good and you talented, oh baby, you gonna get the one. There's some people in here very attractive and talented. So all you gotta do is just be focused and don't lose focus of it. You know, if you have a gift, other than sitting down talking, some people do other stuff, then use your gift and put it into your channel. Because there's some people here that very talented. And they don't have the subscribers, but if they just be consistent, oh baby, they're gonna have that and some. They're very I sit and I watch some of these people. I do. I watch a lot of these YouTubers. Baby, it's some YouTubers that y'all probably don't even know about. Baby, I be watching all type of YouTubers, and sometimes I watch them. I don't really go in the chat, but I be in the bushes. I sit and I watch. I don't mentor. No, I don't mentor. But I don't mentor yet. But if anybody asks me for advice, I give it. Even on my platform, I just give it. I told one YouTuber, I said, listen, just stay focused on the content. Go live, do subject matter, and everything else will flow. Your content will flow, your equipment will flow, but don't try to get everything too early. Don't try to do what everybody else do. Well, I'm gonna go in debt and buy all this stuff. If you don't have the drive with just going live on your phone, master that first. Because when I first started on YouTube, I started on my cell phone, right? I started on my cell phone and I started on my Android phone, and then I upgraded to the iPhone. But that was it. It was my phone and a call in that, and a callers calling in. That was the show. It was, you couldn't see no picture. You couldn't see who I was talking about. You couldn't see no thumb. You couldn't see none of that. It was just me, the phone, and whoever watching. And it started at 10 people watching, 50 people, 100 people. Then it grew to 200 people, 300 people, sometimes 600 people. It just really grew from that. But it started just from the basic. Now, okay, now you got the green screen. Okay, now you can put a picture up. Okay, now you can screen share. You know, StreamYard helped a lot of content creators to compete with everybody else that already had that access to equipment to show you pictures of line. Now, StreamYard is much easier. You can post a call-in number. You can post your information. You can send it out to link out for people and all that, you know. So it was great for me, you know, when StreamYard came into play. You know what I'm saying? Helping others will help you in the end. Right. And to get over nervousness, somebody asked me a question. Somebody said, get over nervousness. How I got over it, keep talking every day. I kept doing it every day. And once you do it every day, you will no longer be nervous. You will get used to it. You get immune to it. At first, I used to be so nervous going on other people's platforms. What I'm going to say? Now, do I still get nervous? Yes. It's like certain topics. If I'm going on somebody else's show, or if a certain guest coming on, I do get nervous. Like my heartbeat, like, I'm nervous. But then once I get to talking, the nerves just kind of go away. But I still do get nervous. I still do when I come on the platform. I still do get nervous sometimes when certain people on my come on my show, or if I'm going on somebody else's show, they have like a bigger platform. I get nervous. I do. Right. And I get that. I do, because I was nervous. I think Jason was on his live and was on Hollywood Unlocked. I think on the Clubhouse, and I was really nervous, so I didn't never go on there. And then one day I said, you know what, I'm not gonna be nervous. I'm just going. I'm gonna just send a request. And we got up there, and it birthed into like a 5-6 hour conversation. I was able to speak to Tiffany Haddish. I was able to have a conversation with her, and it was a beautiful conversation. But I had to get over that nervousness. I hit the link. I raised my hand because they ain't turn it off, so I was able to speak, and we talked. And then I was able to speak to Tiffany, and I was able to give advice. I was able to do a whole lot of stuff with it. And so, and people won't forget. Even too, on this platform, when I start reviewing people's books, even me reviewing Jason Lee book, he don't forget that. He remembers that because I did a good job. You know what I'm saying? That was another thing. So we bringing that back, reviewing books and stuff like that. So if you're an author, if you're an independent author and you have a book, send it to my PO box. Hey, Wiley, can you read my book? Can you review it? And that make people buy it. That's what we did. Remember when Flame Monroe came over here, Wiley? That was a nervous moment, but it was cute. Yes. Do you remember that? Yes, Flame Monroe came in the chat, and we were talking about Kevin Hart, and she came into the chat, and we reached out. Of course, she didn't want to do an interview. She reached out. We reached out to her for an interview. It is what it is. But we kept the show going. I was really nervous, and I'm like, do you want to come on? She's like, no, I just want to watch. Yes, because we go live every day. And people will be like, okay, what is he talking about? And you put these people's name in there, they're going to Google it. And it was like, oh my God, it was a beautiful conversation. It was. I remember that. And I was glad that she came out of the chat. That was really beautiful. That really was. And do I have 300,000 subscribers? No. Do I have 100,000 subscribers? No. Do I have 20,000 subscribers? No. Does not matter about the subscriber account, people. It matters about your personality and just your drive, your spirit. It doesn't matter about your personality. Your subscriber account. It matters about your personality. I'm gonna be real with you on that. Right? It's about your It's about your personality, and I keep that 100% real. It's about your personality. Some people get it twisted. I used to think like that. Oh man, I need the 300,000 subscribers. And I stopped looking at it. I said, even if people surpass me in subscribers, is that going to dim my light as a content creator? No, it's not. You may surpass this, and then your time might come. It happens this way. The next year, it might be you're like, God damn, did y'all see Wiley? He got this. Everybody seasons come differently. Just because you've been doing it for 5 years don't mean your season going to be in the 5th year. It may happen in the 10th year. It may happen in the 15th year. It may happen in the 20th year. It may happen when you're in your 40s. So you have to be if you give up, you will never know what I'm saying. And I have to let myself, you never know when your season going to come. I know it's coming because I'm going to keep doing the work. Hey, glory. I know it's coming. I know it's going to come. I don't know when. If I knew that, baby, I'd be a billionaire. But I know it's coming because I'm having dreams. It's in my thought process. I know it's going to come. I don't know when, but I know it's going to be soon. I know it's going to come. And then people will be, oh my gosh, the Wiley Show, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for a long time, but it's just that one good story, that one good guess to go viral, to change your life forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You just got to be prepared. So if a Beyonce call in, if a Nicki call in, if any type of person call or their assistant, you got to be ready. Ain't no preparing. They here now. You can't be like, well, can we reschedule? You can't reschedule. What if Monique calling? Hey, my babe, you can't reschedule. You got to do that interview right then and there. What if Brandy just pop out and call in? You can't be like, well, Brandy, is it any way we can reschedule? Because I ain't ready. Well, you ain't chop. Let Brandy work. Okay, let's go. So you have to be patient. I'm very patient. And the more I say, hey, just keep putting the work in. Keep putting the work in. And it's doing it. For a long time, people wasn't contributing to our show. Now they contribute. It just said you have to keep going. You got to just some people from Catfish and get where they are now updated. Well, shit, I could just talk to the people that I didn't catfish and have them, fuck going to the Catfish show, just interview the people that I have catfish in my career. I could do that, and that really would be a lot of good views. Maybe I should do that. It'll be more entertaining, but I'll be telling these people that I have catfish. I've done it. I'm running for it. I did it. And there's some stories that ain't come out yet. It's gonna come eventually. It's one person, he was shopping interview and it didn't go nowhere, and he's been shopping interview. He kind of quiet now, but he was shopping interview. And I was ready for it to come. I got the phone call. It was like, hey man, he wanted me to interview. It happened like 2 years ago. Because I used his picture and he know about it. And yeah, it's gonna come out eventually. Oh, that's gonna be funny. I ain't gonna be able to deny it. I'm just waiting. I don't say nothing about that because he haven't, he's shopping the interview. He haven't talked to the right person. He haven't talked to the right person yet. But I used his picture. It was his picture. And somebody said, hey, Wiley had used your picture for the catfish. I probably do need to do a Wiley catfish series. I definitely need to do that. I'm going to have to talk to all the people that I have kept. And it was some good looking people. Catfish. But most of them going to get on here and say, oh, we ain't do nothing. They're going to get on here and lie. Somebody that didn't do nothing. Most of the people that have catfish, we did do something. But I would love to do the Wiley catfish series. But I would have to do it. Because somebody else doing, they ain't gonna do it right. It's a reason why I catfish. It was a reason why. I was just attracted to using other people's pictures. I loved it. It was the rush of getting beat up. It was the rush of getting attacked. It was the rush. It was a drug almost. I was addicted to it. It took me a long time to stop doing it. I was addicted. It was the addictiveness. I always want to entertain every time. I was just, I was really addicted. I was addicted to catfish. I was addicted. Baby, I was addicted. And it started in Chicago. And it just, I used to catfish in Chicago a lot. And then it transferred when I went to Dallas. I was addicted to it. They said you better break it to Kiwi Studios. But this person, he's shopping it, but he want to get paid to do it. I don't blame him. If you got a story about Wiley, you better get a coin. You gotta do it that do it for free. It was the rush. I'm gonna tell you, it was the rush. And there was one person, I don't think he ever noticed that I used his picture. He would be super shocked if he were ever known. People were saying, oh, he used his roommate's picture. That's a lie. I never used my roommate picture. Why the heck would I use? Why the heck? Let me just tell y'all something. When people tell a story, they never tell it right. I will never use my roommate picture because we roommates. You automatically get caught. The pictures that I use did not stay in the state that I lived in. I used the people in Chicago pictures and I used some Atlanta pictures. Right? So I can't really move to Atlanta because a lot of people pictures that I use. I did. I ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. I did it, but I was addicted to it. I was just addicted to it, and I would block them. I used to love like catfishing people, and seeing them come and drive around trying to find a place but couldn't find it. They used to give me a rush, and I ain't gonna give all my secrets. Okay, I ain't gonna give all my secrets. I used to do some things. Because I got some people in the bushes watching. Okay. Baby, I used to woo. Okay. Let me stop. Yeah, like, okay, yes, I heard it's a room about. Right, they said it was never the roommate's picture. Like, what? Y'all gotta be honest. They never asked me for. Hey, Wiley, can you come on my show? None of these people never asked me to come on their show for an interview. You'll get a good interview, baby. I'm gonna give you a good story. But yeah, I did it. I give us to see you do something. Like I would tell you, it was one person. I will tell you this story. It was one person that I catfished. Now, mind you, he was screwing my cousin. Okay, let me tell you the story. He was screwing my cousin. I really wanted him, but I know he probably didn't like my face or whatever. But I knew I had a big peen, so I just showed him the peen, showed him whatever. I just had somebody else's face. So he came over and we screwed. My cousin pulled up. He was like, oh, so you, oh, I didn't mean to. He had catfish. Like, nah, player. My cousin was like, ain't nothing to be ashamed, y'all screwed. Like, because he heard us screwing. So the person was mad because he didn't want my cousin to find out that we were getting it on. And it was, oh man, it was like the rush. It was one person I catfished. He wasn't angry. He was like, why are you doing this? And we had like a whole show. Without the cameras on. I said, man, I wish I had the cameras on. We had like a whole debate. Very attractive guy. And we had like a whole, we was just going back and forth about the catfish thing. It was dangerous. I could have lost my life, but that was the part of the rush. I don't know what it's called. Catfish syndrome. I don't know what it's called. I just did it. I don't know what it's called. And maybe that'd be a story time, but yeah. Okay. A video on the story, a video with interview with the person you catfish, interview with the person in the pit. Yes, I definitely got to do that. I'm gonna have to pay these people. Y'all got to give that. That's a great series because I actually did it. Not that little catfish stuff that y'all see on TV. Baby, I catfish. I did. I'm not. I can't be ashamed, and I tell you. And the thing about it is, people, they be trying to get me together. Baby, you cannot get me together when I've already put this out there in the atmosphere. People, they do. Let me tell y'all something. Oh, Wiley. Oh, Wiley. Oh gosh, Wiley did it, baby. I did that in the whole interview. I said what I said because I knew eventually it was going to come out. So why hide it? So why hide it? You know what I'm saying? So I shared it, in an interview. Jay says what I like somebody wants to hear the voice. And I definitely did it. But I would tell y'all this though. In my clothes, I have always, and I'm gonna definitely do some more story time, just saying. I have always been doing it since I was in 8th, 9th grade. Because I can remember in my voice calling a party line. I remember disguising my voice as a woman to get men to come to my house. And I was in 8th, 9th grade. And I remember it started really early. This was before like apps. It was the party line. So I would disguise my voice as a woman because I used to want it to be a woman. I used to like disguising my voice as a woman. I thought that was very kinky, freaky. And these grown men would come to my house. Grown men. And I was in 8th grade. I was like 8th grade, 9th grade. I was in like 8th grade. I was on the party line, baby. I was like, hi, yes. You know, my voice was very feminine back in the day. Back in the day, it was very, very feminine. And baby, I'd be on the phone, black thuggish guys. Big thuggish guys. I kind of miss them thugs now, even though they some predators. Because I told them, like, what grade you in? I'm like, 8th grade. I didn't care. I was like in 8th grade, and I would be on, and it was like grown men will like, yeah, it was like come to my grandma's house because I knew that she would be at church. Like people be trying to tell my story, baby, they ain't gonna never tell it right. Child, please. They ain't gonna never tell it right. Most people will never even. You will be shocked at the people that I have catfish. Give me a second. I think we got a special guest that want to come on. Give me a second. I think we got a special guest that want to come on. All right. Let me see. And I used to do that. 8th grade. Grandma be praising God. What Molly calling me? Yeah. And it was the guy. He had this big being. This was a grown man, a thug. I think he was like a gangbanger. But he was a thug. He had like the teardrops and stuff like that. I had the gang. What really, baby, it's a type for me. If you got to be a thug. A thug. So he had the teardrops. So he was like a whole like thug. Like he was that was the type for me. Okay. And they didn't care. They and care and stuff like that. But yeah. I was the thug. Them thugs used to do something to me, baby. That's why I tell people to watch your children. Oh Lord, I thought the teardrop big you bears for me. You gotta be very careful. They have the teardrop. I'm telling you, you have to be very cautious. You have to be very careful. The thugs, like that was like my type. Okay. Yes, so I'm really, really telling you, those like, yo, with your pants hanging down, like that used to be my type, and it kind of still is. I'm not gonna say that ever. That's like one of my weaknesses. Woo! When I'm rich, them would be the type of I'm hanging around. The type that I like, or what they call the trade. Okay. This is my type. Oh gosh. Oh God, everybody out here doing no. And the guys, they talk about R. Kelly. It was like they were adults, and I was just a kid. I was in 8th grade, the night before my 8th grade graduation. I had this grown man, and my grandmother had like a basement apartment, and the things I used to do as a kid. And this guy, he used to teach me how to lick and laugh because I didn't know how to do all that stuff. He would teach me. He would teach me how to do it. I didn't know how to do those things. You know, I get to maybe a fake thug is more about tiny children. I mean too much. I was a thug love for me, man. Cause that's all I hanged around in my neighborhood. I was in Inglewood. Gangbangers, thuggish guys, you know, that's what's the hood at. So I was attracted to that, you know what I'm saying? It was that way. It was I ain't gonna give y'all all my story because some of this I gotta keep in my book. These child back in the day. It was back in the day. Like 13 and 14, I was in 8th grade, like 13 and 14 years old. Yeah, I was that way. So when people try to tell my story, they ain't gonna never tell it right. Because the person you talk about, baby, I'm here. Bring me on the line to talk about it. But some of these people I ain't gonna come on there for free. I think I'm gonna come on your platform free to help you out. Child, please. Would you be why would you be attracted to women? Oh, I am attracted to women. I have stories about that. I never catfished a woman. No, I never done that. Never done that. But I love women. I love, oh my gosh, women is just so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you some stories. Some stuff I don't talk about it as much. Oh, let me send it is. Let me see. But let's be clear. It was about it can't consent. No, you can't. So you can say you can't consent, as it was wrong for them to do that. They should have left because I was Patty in your house just now. Okay. I can't say Wiley greedy. Oh yeah, it's like that. I was a 20-year-old when I was 4. It was that way. I'm gonna tell you. It was that way that I did those things. And that's why I said you got to watch your children and watch them on the phones. You know what I'm saying? I was on a house phone. And the part, because I was before I had a cell phone. I'll be on there in that party line. It was one white guy. I used to say, talk to me like a slave master. And he was. And this is what I know I could have got kidnapped. I could have got kidnapped because it's a McDonald's on 63rd and Ashland. Anybody from Chicago in the house? Do we have any Chicago people in the house? But anyway, it's a McDonald's on like 63rd and Ashland. So he had met me in a McDonald's parking lot. And I was like, if I go in this parking lot, it's going to be a problem. Hey, okay, let's go. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you doing?
I'm Gucci. Chilling on it. Doing my morning workout.
You doing your morning workout? Okay. So how are you doing? You did an interview. Everybody wanted me to bring you on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing good, actually. I'm doing real good. Can't complain.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I you were on the show and people were saying, why are you on this show? Why are you doing this? And why are you doing it? Why did you do the show? Tell us about it.
I was hit up about that show based on a post your associate made that I never even knew or seen because I wasn't checking for them. So when I went and got a message from him, he hit me up and was saying he would like to bring me on and blah, blah, blah. And that's how that came about, and shit, he was willing to help. At that time, my car was in the my chip refix.
Okay.
Hold on, where my charger to? Basically, I had to get a chip on my car fixed. So shit, he promoted and got people to, send me money and follow me and actually learn who I am as a person out here doing it, what I do by myself. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do my thing. Hold on, I'm going to put my charger piece up for my AP.
Okay. Get it.
But you can keep talking. But that's why I did. I didn't do it to be spiteful or for no attention, because that is not my character. Like, I don't care for nobody seeking for me because they're gonna look for me regardless.
I want to ask you because people is accused, but I want you to be clear. You're no longer in a relationship. You are single, right?
Yes, I'm single.
I just want to know you're the ex. I just want to make that clear. Ex, meaning that y'all no longer together.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I steal you? Somebody said I stole. Did I steal you? Because how could you steal something?
That was not. I was single when that situation took place. First of all, and it wasn't a situation plotted or planned. Usually, when people plot and plan, that means they have a motive. That means they have a reason what they're doing. Things happen. That's what we would say. Just like things happened when he was doing what he was doing. Everybody just one-sided. But I don't really care about other people's opinions. When you know that you know the truth, then it helps you sleep good at night. You know.
Because they was trying to make it seem like you to be a part of a series or something. I'm like, you can't put somebody part of a series that ain't got nothing to do with a series. Like when I look at you with your situation, you are a consenting adult, correct?
Exactly.
So I'm like, what's going on? But I'm glad that you did get paid, though. I'm glad that you didn't do all this.
I don't do shit for like free, you know, like especially if you're trying to make me talk about my business. Yeah, I don't play that game. So it was something that if he was willing to do it, he was willing to reach out to his followers, and you know, and at that time I really needed that. So to me, my time was definitely delicate, you know. So I was just like, especially if you want me to just talk about somebody that I'm really trying to like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You shouldn't do it for free. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just think that's
but the dude is pretty cool outside of everything, you know. I just feel like he just wanted the tea on what happened with me and, you know, that person. And he had showed me where the person had posted and said something about it. And I was like, you know what I'm saying, bro, I can't play no games like that. So when he asked me to be on the show, he reached out and told me what the guideline, what he was gonna do, and you know, just basically speak on what I want to speak on, and that's how they came. You know, and they had cashed out me right after the show.
That's a good thing because I'm like this. If my name mission is money, is this where the money reside when it comes to, you know, my name being mentioned and it's something juicy.
And my personal business, hell yeah.
Right. You know right. But let's be clear, you are a superstar in your own right because you know T.S. Madison.
Yeah, that's my baby. That's my girl. That's my girl. I fucks with her all day. I support. When I first started my podcast, she actually reached out. Like we was chit chatting off and on, just speaking and you know liking each other's stuff. But I had to, you know, when I had told her I was trying to do something similar to what she was doing when she was doing that Queen's Court with at first Dash Out Nine, the girl that you know did what she did. Then she had told me you should do it. And I just told her I wasn't trying to be in her lane. Like I wasn't trying to be all extra with it. I just wanted to speak on like people that act like me, people that been through shit like me, real motherfuckers that actually want to like know that other people go through it, but this how you do it. Like you gotta hustle, you gotta grind, you gotta, you know, be on your shit. Some motherfuckers don't know how to mix both in the mix.
Mm-hmm. Right. And when it looks like, you know, back to the original thing, you were having grievances with your ex, and the person interviewed, they kept trying to make it about Wiley. Now that was between you and your ex, and you had whatever. Even I told him, I said, y'all should do a show and, you know, get a camera and y'all talk about, let me host it, and y'all sit down and y'all talk about y'all problems. And we can make some money off of it. You see that they will give.
I'm down for the money, but it ain't gonna be nothing ending with me and him. I'm good on Theo.
But you're single now, and you focus on your career. It's about your career. You know what I'm saying? Because how I look at it, okay, this would be a great show. He's a great talent. You know, all the other stuff that is being discussed, I'm not really I'm not really that concerned about that. I'm like, this guy
Right.
have talent, you know.
Right? Yeah, I write music. I freestyle rap. I teach people how to lose weight at home. That people that don't want to go out, and you know, I went from showing motherfuckers when I was in a relationship, I was chunky, but I still hustle. I built, but I show motherfuckers how I can get snatched back. Now I'm showing motherfuckers how I snatch back when I'm finna be on my stripping, my teaching, my dancing, all of this shit that I teach. That I got a lot of multiple talents, but I just don't fuck around with it. When I'm in a relationship, I be so focused on just doing my little hustles.
And we had a conversation about that, about the business.
Real loyalty.
You met me in person. I'm a great guy. I'm a nice guy.
I said you was actually cool. You know what I'm saying? Outside of what took place, like I said, I think you're actually cool, and we spoke on some business that can make money. Like I told you, I want to actually write a play. I want to actually write a series. Like if I can write music and the shit that go in my head, bro, I can write a badass series. Like if they want me to cast some people, me and you, Wiley, we could. You know what I'm saying?
Because I didn't have an issue with, because I'm like, make sure you get paid to do the interview, because you know what I'm saying. You shouldn't do it for free, because this person so obsessed with what I do. I mean, why are you that obsessed with me? Because
y'all obviously got history somehow.
I'm a nice guy. You met me in person. That individual never met me in person. He don't know how I am. He don't know how I smell. You know how I operate. He never met me in person. You met me in person. We've been around each other in person. So it's like, you don't.
And I'm a Pisces, so we vibe. We can instantly sense when a person ain't got some type of negative. You cool people. You ain't make me feel like I want to I have to be on the defense. You cool. Now I definitely know what I'm saying. Like mentally, I can mind fuck a person, so I know when a person mind is. So I knew, and I could have, like I told him, but I wanted to play it off, because at the end of the day, that bitch deserved everything I did. And I only did that. I should have did more. But you know, it's to each his own. Like I'm really at a point, like I had to really accept reality. Like I can't keep giving nobody no pass to just really make an ass out of me. Bitch, I ain't that nigga. You ain't gonna make no ass out of me. Nah, it's a done deal. Like that's why I said I'm good on that. Like one thing we could talk about is how we could be possible partial. And I got.
Right, because when I said you're very talented. You even let's say this story. You everybody say, "Hey Wiley, you can go to Maddie." I'm like, no, I reforce on Maddie. If Maddie see me at her house,
I love me some Maddie, and like I told her, when I come to Atlanta, I plan on trying to see her if she in the city, and if she ain't booked and busy, that's definitely something I want to like. That's for my birthday, and why not spend? I want Chi to show me where the damn, the smoke. Yeah, I'm trying to like really enjoy Atlanta. Like last time I went to Atlanta, I was on business. I was there for a photo shoot, and that was it. Like we was at the photo shoot for the whole time I was in there.
Hey, I want to introduce you to Maddie. I'm like, no, I need to let Maddie know. Hey, is it okay, Wiley? Because Wiley,
anytime I go to anybody's house, I think it's only polite to ask, or is it okay that you have a friend or associate or business.
Hey, that is Wiley, because I'm known because I talk about.
Right, because she might think you're a snake. You might try to become. You never know. She might
be like, you know. But you're great. Like I said, regardless of whatever's happened, you're still talented. I still think it's a talent that you have doing your show, because you went live on your Facebook and you were talking and you were doing your show. It's a lane for what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And when I be on mine, it's just about real talk about shit that people from my lifestyle, from the hood, that came from nothing, like grind, eat. Like at 16, I had a job, bro. At 17, I was in truck driving school. I had my own place. At 18, I didn't move back home till I was like 22, 21. And then from there, I moved again at 23. Like I moved to Houston at 23, finna turn 24. I was in Houston for 2.5 years. Like, bro, people be complaining like shit, bro. I ain't went through some shit. I ain't did some shit. But it's take a person like me to make some people come out their shell and be like, that was me. Cause some people so high-headed and forget, bitch, you was at the bottom too before. but they don't want to see another person scrap the way they scrap. Like they want to see a person just scrap, like until they can't scrap no more. And it's not like that. Everybody have their own line. Y'all might do the same thing, but y'all not doing the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you. When I saw your interview, I looked at it and I'm like, you know, how much when you in this game, how long I've been in this game, that you have the clout. You know what I'm saying? Me. And my name could be discussed because I am a celebrity, probably an online celebrity. Like people know me, people are interested in what this Wiley is, who's with Wiley, Wiley Bed, who's or whatever. And the reason I don't make comments about it because that's my personal business. That's my personal business. Because if I say something personal, it's not just me, it's hundreds of people gonna be interested in what I got to say. Because I'm just not an average person. I'm a person that's online talking mess. So if somebody make a post about me or accuse me of anything, automatically, oh, let's do an interview. Let's interview about this. Because that's just not an average, you know, person. Like that, like out of all of it, I'm like, damn, why I'm being tagged in something? Because I know this ain't gonna just be between us.
Even the post that I was told about, I wasn't tagged in it, but it was about me and you.
Right.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
it's gonna
So
be
I'm like,
you when my name is by now. Like, who is this? Anybody in the world gonna want to interview and get interested because this guy is on the internet talking mess, and I'm like.
But the best way to encounter that, and that's for me, even if I was to tell him the opposite thing, when a person try to come for me, I always just do stuff better. And when I say better, I come with the read better, I come with the swag better, I come with the image better. Because at the end of the day, you are only the person that you chose to wake up and say you are. Everybody know who that really is. Nobody know a real person, how they get grimy, how malicious, how sweet, how broken, or anything unless they live their person life, you know? And for me, I can't be broken unless I let you in to break me. But you can't be broken, but you can be broke. Broken is no putting back together. I was broke. So then I had to, you know, realize life ain't over and you gotta.
And then too, like I told you, even anybody relationships, when you get into a relationship, you got, in my humble opinion, I feel like gay relationships tends to people rush in those relationships. Oh, we talk for 2 weeks, 3 months. Let's get in a relationship.
Yeah, nah, we can't do no 2 weeks and thing. We gonna talk. Like I told him, me and that person was talking for over 3 years. We just never sexually encountered or physically encounter each other. Now, I by choice had my reason. He said he had his reason. But when we hung, we did the process, talk, date, and they weren't even in my mindset. Like I told him, I used to try to run and leave after we do what we do. I'd be like, let me go. But that person wanted to pursue me, and you know, he got me. But you know, it is what it is. That was at that time period. But I didn't think he was posting or making no status about what I told him until that dude sent me that email. Sent me that message.
And people have a right to make a statement. If you're being discussed, you know what I'm saying?
Just tag me if you're gonna discuss me.
It's about the growth factor of it, because like people are gonna be talking about this and do videos. I'm like, hey, let me get Cliff on the show and let him say what he have to say, because we're being discussed. He's being discussed, and I didn't really make no public statement about it, but I'm glad you on. And you were able to get your car out of the shop, or your car fixed from that. So that was
it was my ECU chip. My chip in one of my car keys had I guess got messed up from me dropping it or water, so I had to end up like taking it out, cleaning it, and then sticking it back in. So when I stuck it in the car, my car instantly started up. But I still got to get a new battery on my shit, because the battery that I bought cash for my car. So just cause I'm driving that Benz is cash. I ain't got no fucking note for these bitches that be thinking that I got a car note. I don't have a car note. I paid almost $6,000 for that car. So
and people,
these problems that I have on it, I have to fix.
And they keep saying this is Wiley ex-boyfriend. This is not Wiley ex-boyfriend. We never been together. We never been in a relationship. When this is
no
ex. So people are getting it misconstrued. They were saying that he was catfish. He was never catfish.
Yeah, they telling you, yeah, you can. I went to go see Wiley about business and go drink up my alcohol while he was out of town.
You saw how I look. You know, how can I catfish somebody and they see how I look and they hear my voice? Like, come on.
I knew how you look and spoke with you like I told them before I even knew Theo. I just never came across you and that type of sense that close until I met them and started dating him, and then blah blah blah. I heard you in the room talking, and I'm like, "Is that your roommate named Wiley?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's my roommate." And that's how I was like, "Okay, that's who it is." Okay, I said we spoke about business. I said he followed me on most of my social media pages. Other than that, I said he cool until you started giving me a little dry shade.
It was a reason. And, you know, for me, you know, this is why I'm gonna have to get like my own place, and for the reason is because I'm growing into like this online.
I think all dudes that's in their 30s should have their own place. My personal opinion. But see, I'm just turning 30 last year, and I chose to roommate, but we in a 4-bedroom, so it kind of like is.
I just turned 30 November 11th, and the reason why I say my own place is for the reason of I have a platform now, so you know. I'm growing, so I just and you got to worry about with this person, that person, and you don't have to worry about all of that because I am a superstar. And this is when you're online and you tag somebody in a post, it's no longer about that one individual. He have hundreds of people that view him, and it's going to add into what he said this and this was that, and it's just like, girl. But I will tell y'all this. You had got your car out and you got it fixed. So that's a good thing that you got something out of it. So that's a good thing.
Man, God bless you when you least expect it. Like I said, when that dude hit me up and told me about the situation, I was handling some business and trying to take care of my business. And like, you know, long story short, you know, I told him what I had going on, what I'm trying to do. And, you know, he spoke on what he gonna try to do, and what he tried to do came out to be a good help. And like I said, you know, I just humble myself with all the shit that be going on. Cause sometimes back in the day, if you knew me, I used to beat niggas up real quick. I had a bad attitude. My temper and understanding with the gay lifestyle was definitely short. People used to didn't like me because they used to always think I was a bully. But you know, I had to learn it's different, diverse of people. And some of these people actually think and actually rock like me. They just act different from me, you know. So that's why I tell people in the world, like, you just gotta really just don't judge. You don't know how people walk, how people feel. People do them, let them do them. If it ain't putting money in your pocket, you really should mind your business. That's what
you on that. Thank you so much. And we definitely gonna collaborate and get you on the show, talk about other stuff. I know you want
cash out me, Cliff D Man, for the people that like my videos on Twitter and Tumblr, and that people be in my messenger asking me for my nasty videos. Cliff D Man, cash out me.
We don't have any nasty videos together because
I got plenty.
We don't have any nasty videos together because people were saying that, but we think
no, we don't. They think we had a whole session. Like, what in the fuck these people? No, we did not build a porn while he was in Cancun. No, we did not do that. I drank up his tequila, and I sat and had a conversation for a few, and then next thing you knew. Other than that, y'all need to quit mixing it up. But we can. Y'all gonna pay for it.
Oh gosh.
Shit. You ready, Wiley? How much they put to the table? Tell them how much they can put to the table. We'll make that take.
I'm definitely gonna bring you back on the platform and talk about other subjects as well.
All right.
Your birthday, you're going to Atlanta. That's definitely, and you definitely need to be doing shows in there. You should do get an interview.
I plan on doing an OnlyFans out there while I'm out there with one of my good members. His name, I think it's Juju, but I get with you on that, Wiley. And then I supposed to be trying to see what dance club I don't want to do no dance. I really, if I can host out there, I'm down for that. But other than that, I'm trying to look good. I'm trying to look sexy. I'm gonna be 31. I ain't trying to really I ain't trying to sweat unless I'm freaking.
Okay. Okay. We thank you so much for coming on, bro.
All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
He said he gonna do OnlyFans. Lord. I'm trying to do other shows. It's about OnlyFans. Okay. Yeah. So I'm like, what's the problem? Y'all, it's something else in the chat. Oh God. Oh gosh. I'm reading these comments. Y'all is rough in these comments. Baby, I'm reading y'all comments right now, and y'all is letting me have it in these comments. He was a new Wiley. Oh, he sounds to us like a oh child. Oh Lord. Oh, he's a new. That was interesting in the chat. I'm reading these comments. Oh, child, y'all is something else. See, we had to do the whole hour. We just brought it on and have a conversation. But he needed his car fixed, and he got the money. They paid it. So when I say I'm a superstar, I'm a superstar. These people, you are the star of the show, sweetie. And these people, they did an interview, paid to get this man car fixed off of my name. I'm proud. I'm kind of happy that happened because I'm like, whoa, it's money in the Wiley brand that they could do an interview with Wiley and got a coin. So, like, this man, and they paid for Armand best friend, child. Baby, I don't blame. That's one thing I can say about him. He ain't crazy. He bought that cash app. Listen very well, okay? He said you guys. I cannot watch. I get a clip of one. Oh Lord. Oh gosh. I can't believe that. These people, they paid money to get some tea on Wiley. And pay, you're my people. Them are my people, because you know they the only one that they paid that money. They said, listen, we didn't pay to get your car out. Give us some information on Wiley. Baby, them are mine B&B squad folks. They paid that. You would have been out on the platform, your phone rings. Baby, they paid for that interview. Baby, them B&B squad people, they paid for that interview. I'm an awesome producer. Yeah, they got a whole box. Everyone to give his money away. He should have said, when people don't like you, they will go to great lengths. And I'm like, child, these other people paid the other dude for an interview about Wiley, but they said he ain't nobody. Right? How nobody? And they paid this man. This man needed to get his car fixed. Paid him good money. They paid him good money. Imagine paying to hear a person like that speak. And it's, I'm not mad at them, because if you hit me up in my inbox for an interview, you better pay. The person could even you better pay. See, they wanted something scandalous. They wanted a scandal. They wanted something real scandalous. And the person interviewed, he kept trying. We see Wiley spends his subscribe. Baby, your whole subscribers paid for this man to get his car fixed. How dare you talk about what my subscribers, your subscribers or Armand's is actually Armand's subscribers. They go over there when it's juicy. But Armand's subscribers, they don't stay over there all the time. They don't. Armand's subscribers go over there when it's about Wiley to report back to Armand. And then when he talk about something else, they don't be over there. He got to be in a whole beef sector. I can't believe that when Wiley was fussing when the chat was in the chat, don't play when it comes to Wiley. Right. Baby, I'm like, stop playing, stop saying, listen, it was his people. See, if I were a man, I'd be like, man, why are you up there having my people get to help Wiley? I can't. Oh my. People, they paid their money for that interview. I am a good producer. And people need somebody, I can help you get a coin. One day I'll break it all down to y'all. They bring it somebody on and say, you stuff. They say, yes, girl, the show is feeding my pancreatitis. I move for an inch for 3 hours. My legs are sleeping all. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, we're gonna bring this show to a close. We're gonna bring this show to a close. But my thing is this. What gets me with people, they say they don't like Wiley, but they interview people about Wiley for content and have to pay for the interview. I can't tell y'all that they had hit up 1Key Pro. They have been hitting up 1Key Pro for months. Leave that man alone. Why y'all keep hitting? They be hitting up that man. Can you please give us an exclusive on Wiley? Can you please give us an exclusive on Wiley? They really want to put words in 1Key Pro mouth. Like, they've been hitting up that man for months. He won't speak to them. Leave that man alone. Can you please? They be begging that man to come on and just diss Wiley. I'm like, wow. It's beautiful when you let them talk to themselves into a ditch and they be digging themselves off. And I'm like, these people, and I just be sitting down cool, minding my own, because when it was happening, when this was going on, y'all, I was sitting down, sleep. I was asleep. And so my phone was blowing up. And when my phone blow up, when all my numbers be blowing up, text, ding, 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 that's when you know I'm getting dragged. I can really tell when I'm getting dragged. Every device, when I ain't hear from people in months, hey, Wiley, your name, I ain't hear from some of these producers in a long time, but they know to call me when it's a mess. What you gonna say? And I'll wait till days. I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. They be waiting. When Wiley gonna say something? All I do give you content. See, I'm smart. I know how to prolong. Let me give you some content. Okay, now I bring him on and talk about it. Oh Lord, these people. Wiley confessed to. Just 1K is another one of the exceptions. And these people, they be. I'm telling you, y'all, you guys, this is what taught me that I gotta be very cautious when I'm around. They will baby, when 1Key Pro did his story, that man gave it, I was gonna beat him up. And he gave an extravagant story, and it's so sad. Hey, Wiley, I came in this late have to start from the beginning. Love you. Keep striving and thriving. Thank you, producers. And they just over-exaggerate these stories just to get at the Wiley Show. And these people, I just bring them to my home. Most people that have brought us on, that's now I'm very cautious. When I move to my new place, oh baby, baby, everything gonna be virtual. Unless I rock with you, really, 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 really rock. It was somebody that want to screw me, want me to screw them. And they married. I said, no, I'm not down with that. If you book a hotel, I'll come and screw you. I want mine. But you married and you be on TV and stuff like that. And you be like doing stuff. And I'm not about to get involved in all that type of stuff like that. And I don't want to get like, what if your wife got a PI? And you're like, no, like you married. Blah, blah, blah. Every time they come to that, I ignore. Because if it's just the wrong thing, I can't have no wife. The woman come on live. He slept with my husband. Wiley slept with my husband. You know, these people, they'll find out. You know what I'm saying? I cannot have that. It's like for the new producers, we are in love. Yes, please, yes. So I keep declining. Every time you come to Dallas, hey, we're gonna screw them. Like, I can't do it. You married. I don't want to do that. I definitely want to, because bring a woman on this platform. Come on now. Yeah, Waukee took alcohol to the end of Wiley. Not drinking, but Waukee kept drinking it. Wiley had to call his friend. We all saw the truth. Right. And it's just like it was really, really something. And I blame myself. Let me tell you why. Because every case when it's alcohol, it's ending up in problems. Now, when I moved to like my new place, no alcohol. If I ever had to move somebody in or get help, they can't drink. No alcohol, no weed, no nothing. If you can't do an interview sober, you ain't gonna be interviewed. Some people, unfortunately, they got to drink. No alcohol. Because some people I had in my proximity it was one person couldn't hold their liquor. The next day, they didn't even remember where they was at. They got so drunk, they ain't just was drinking here. They went on somebody else and they drunk again. And I told that person, I said, you gotta stop drinking, going to people's houses drinking. That's dangerous. Stop doing that. Stop drinking with strangers you meet out of town. You just drinking. You don't drink like, you gotta be sober to watch your surroundings. You don't just randomly drink it, and you don't drink. And let me say this. This goes to anybody. You don't go to people's houses just drinking up their liquor. You don't know what's in the liquor. Random people that you don't know, yeah, pour me some liquor. What you got? You don't see them pouring in the cup or nothing. You don't do stuff like that. But some people, they just, yeah, pour me some liquor. You don't see what's being poured in there. You just drinking it. You got to be very cautious of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be very, very cautious, because you may not remember the next day. You be like, what happened? I don't remember. I thought it was the same day. No, baby, you was just drunk. You can stop doing that. Okay? Yeah, but man, that now I don't talk about these gay web series shows. I pulled back. Child, I was getting myself, when I was talking, they said, Wiley, your name is being dragged in Atlanta. And I said, what's going on? And then me and him talked about it. Me and Dre Simba, we talked, and he's cool. He's cool people. He's cool people. Just like with August, when August came to my house, he didn't drink, came to the interview, boom, boom. He's good looking. He's good looking. Baby, August from the Real Hot Boys of Houston, good looking guy. Great guy. He didn't come drinking. And I respect that, because you keep your professionalism. Because when you drink, you can't drink with everybody. It was another person that came. Didn't drink, came to promote their show. Great. But some of these guests, I ran into trouble when it's love to drink alcohol. Okay? So true, anywhere I go, I have 2 drinks and I'm good, a good buzz, but I'm still aware of myself. You got to be aware of your surroundings. You don't just go to nobody's house. Falling over, hearing those stuff. You come from out of town. It was one person had in my house. They came from out of town. They flew from New York to Dallas. They brought bottles of alcohol, champagne included. I don't drink like that. I may drink maybe a sip. That's it. I don't remember doing that. I just remember the cup being all in bottle. Now, remind you, they giving it for me, for my housewarming gift. And we had somebody staying in the place, and it was not my cousin, because they kept saying it was my cousin. It wasn't my cousin. It was a roommate that I had at the time. They had bottles of alcohol. They got so drunk, cussing out me, the person, my roommate that has staying with me. And when they went home, the stories that this, but they ain't gonna tell you, yeah, but I was drinking about 3-4 bottles. They never tell you that part. And let me haul me a cab. I said, sir, you can't haul no cab. I'm gonna get you an Uber. But hey, but I should have said to that person, no alcohol. I don't need you to buy me no bottles or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that was before I gotten famous. That was before, and none of this stuff. I'm gonna hear this stuff again. Unfortunately, the higher I go up, the more these people are going to use my name for clout. That's the unfortunate part. When I reach another threshold, it's going to pop back up. Library and that. It's going to pop back up. And these people, they see me for clout. They don't say nothing when you ain't here. When you start getting clout and traction, here they go. Them Blog Talk Radio days. You right. Oh, baby, get ready for the stories, baby. They gonna get ready for the story. They ain't gonna say nothing. Well, I went to the cops. They ain't gonna say nothing about no police. They ain't gonna say nothing about no investigators. But they gonna say, I'm on YouTube coming at Wiley to tell my story. Ain't gonna be nothing about no story. It's all gonna be online bloggers, shows. If you listen to these people, and I'm like, golly, you don't listen to when these people talk. Yeah, I know these people from the Circle NYC, and I know that person from Chasing Dallas. They just naming shows. They ain't saying nothing about, well, yeah, I did go to the authorities and they investigated and they, oh yeah, Chasing Dallas. I told the Chasing of the Circle NYC. You telling shows. Never leave a drink either take it with you or throw it out. I'm just listening. I'm just really listening to this stuff. And I go to I'm like, wow. And I understand what some celebrities go to, because people will get up there and concoct those stories all day long. And sometimes you can't even respond because it'd be like, what's the point? I beat up Wiley. That didn't happen. It was one person that threw me in the bushes. Let me give you it's a video on YouTube. It's a person like threw me in the bushes, but it is a backstory to the bushes, because me and him, I called him fat, you know, and my cousin was laughing because he liked my cousin. And he tried to diss me. But they don't know my mouth is just as ruthless. I said, yeah, I heard you used to be fat. And we was going back and forth. We were playing fight, but he threw me in the bushes. Baby, they found that clip and the headline was, Wiley got beat up. And we were playing. We were playing. But when it got to YouTube, Wiley got beat up. Baby, these people, they be watching. You think these people ain't what they watching? He was saying it something like this. And I can't tell you the other stuff I said. I gotta bring him on the show. With him. Okay, he used to work at this Kroger's, right? And so when I first moved down, he was very attractive. So, and he would come and work out with us at our gym. So I would go to Kroger's for anything. I was like, I gotta go to Kroger's. He said, what you going to Kroger's? You just came from? I gotta give me some more groceries. We ain't got no milk. So I would just walk to Kroger's every day. I ain't had no Cardi in, just to go in his line, just to speak to him, because he was so gorgeous. Brown skin, gorgeous. So I would just go to Kroger's, every day just to talk. Every day. So I would go to Kroger's every day just to talk to him or whatever. I'm gonna get him on the show too, But a lot of people want to get paid and stuff, so I'm gonna have to get him on my show. Yeah, but I would go to that Kroger's every day, and they got the good look. Yes, the good looking cat. He was good looking, and if he wasn't working, I would put all my groceries back. I will only go there. I know that's a stalkerish. I will only go there when he there, he was like, "What you doing up here?" And I'm just getting some groceries and stuff. I'm about to like work out. And I know he like Lil Kim, you know, like Lil Kim. I like Lil Kim album and you know all that's in my voice and stuff. I used to love because back in the day I used to work out all the time when I first moved to Dallas. That's when my cousin was like really close. But yeah, but if he wasn't working, oh, I put all them groceries back. It's going to watch your favorite movie over and over. And so if he wasn't working, I put it back. Let me see where he at anyway. I want to bring him on my show. I want to bring him on. It is somebody else on there. It's a lot of people I can bring on the show. Ciao. Oh my gosh. Yes. Stop all his line and get checked out. Yes. If I let other people get it from, like, you can go ahead, ma'am. You can go ahead, ma'am. Just get his line. He was good looking. Woo, my type. Certain type that I like in men. I'm gonna just tell you. Either you are thuggish or you real feminine. Those are like my two types. Sometimes I like feminine guys. Sometimes I like thuggish guys. You talk with broken English, that's my type. Put in the groceries back. Where in the section? I just put it in random section. I just put it in random section. Didn't care. Wiley bad milk and don't even drink. I didn't even drink them. I would just go there, just get random stuff. So like I hear, like, see, I'm very observant. And even though I'm quiet, if I hear conversation, I pick it up. This is why I got to live on my own. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because this is why I got to live on my. Because I do. So it was like conversation. Because I kept hearing. He said, "Oh man, I like Red Bull." So I would go there and get like Red Bull, or I go to refrigerator. It was, oh my gosh! And my cousin, I wish I could bring up on the show. I'm just having talks, y'all. I'm going through like a lot of stories, y'all. I'm about to end. But it was one of my cousin's friend. He said he liked it. Nicki Minaj, boom, boom, super bass, baby. I tell you, he was good looking. Tattoos, my type. Dark skin, my type. So every time he would come, I would blast super bass. Every time he would come on, I would blast super bass. My cousin would tell you, he had came over, right? So I had took a hot shower and I was letting it steam, bastard super bass. He slammed the door and everything like that. And we talked years later. He said, man, the reason why we never talked is because I liked your cousin. I don't think that was right. And so, yeah, I remember that. Baby, I had some days in my 20s. Yes, I used to blast that boom, 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 boom. So he would come over. I would pull out my laptop. Okay, this is the last story. I'm telling you, I've done some crazy stuff for men. So this guy was like, "Oh man, I wish I had a PlayStation, smoke weed." So I went. I went to get some weed, and I went to get the PlayStation. I went in my bank account and got a PlayStation 3 or 2, whatever. I went there to that GameStop, got a place. He said, "Hey, you got oh man, yeah, we got a PlayStation," just to get this man attention. My cousin said, "You never said you like to play games." I'm sitting here like, why in the world are you? So I would be in there playing the game in the living room. I went to go give me a PlayStation. I went to go get the basketball game, the wrestling game, just to get this man attention. And I got his attention, all right. Just to get this man attention, baby. I got that PlayStation up in that little, just to get his attention. I got his attention, all right. That's one thing I like about my cousin. He was very active. And I didn't mind taking the scraps. Oh gosh, man. I have countless stories, man. In my like the 20s, like child, my early, it was when I was in Chicago. Oh man. That's early that turn on the fence. Oh god. I'm a flirt. That's also I have to give my own place. Because I'm not to be trusted. And I know this. I don't know this. It's like I have a syndrome. Buy me a PlayStation 5 since you got I took that PlayStation back though, because I was to get my money back. I took it back. That was back in Chicago. I bought it for myself and to do all that. Yeah. and just to get that man attention. It's like so many guys. My cousin, he has some attractive men. Woo! Those were the days. Those were the days. Buying a PlayStation just yes, I hooked it up and stuff like that and everything. Yes, he said you had the P word. You had the P word playing, you fools. Yeah. Now some stuff was exaggerated. Some stuff was said was very exaggerated to having a thing. Some stuff was very exaggerated, but I'm here for it. They said having a plan, you would like the crumbs. Also, I got to say the guy at work, be walking by to see him and doing the most. He said, "You had to be okay." Okay, so you're a permissions guy. Yes, I need some control. And also I had to get my own place. So I've been looking, you know what I'm saying? To get my own place. I have been looking though. I have. You y'all that try to get some tea, baby. I'm going to Patreon. Patreon didn't get the full story. Patreon don't get the full story. He also said today you're we gonna get the full Patreon. Oh goddamn. Yeah, so I guess a lot of stories I can tell, like a lot of stuff I used to do, man. I was really rough in my early 20s, man. Yeah, my early 20s. But yeah, y'all gonna get a story time on Patreon. Just beware. It's gonna be good. Okay. Give me a second. Give me a second. 1 second. Okay, I'm done with you. Not everybody in here swimming, so I'm going to think about Wiley. Yes, okay. All right. So you might as well need to release a book story while it break up your life. Yes, I'm definitely gonna have to do like put it in a book series. Because it's a lot. It's really, really a lot. We want to thank you all for your support. Thank you all for your support, supporting our show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say thank you so very much to the producers and everybody here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This should be unfirst. Yeah, I can definitely do an unfirst on station here, child. Not right now. Okay, y'all. I've been on here long enough. Shout out to y'all. Y'all gave. So I was like, why not have y'all on the show? Y'all gave, y'all support. Y'all gave them and so why not come on here and talk to y'all? So y'all sat on this platform all this time. So I said I'll be on here a little longer today. I was spending on my spin bike and we need another show. Okay, thank you all. Shout out to the support. Shout out for the cash apps and for the people. Thank you all for y'all support. Love you all. Thank you. We'll be back for another video. Your show take all our problems away for 3 hours. Thank you. And I will see y'all soon. All right, I'm done. We got 281 likes. Okay, yes, we almost at 300 likes. Thank you all. We'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.